Good morning. Good morning. Hello, everyone. It's me, your navigator. God damn it, it still says Halloween. Oh, God. It still says Halloween. Okay, hold up. I can fix this. Hi, Jada. Hi, Kate. Hi, Dale. Hi, Dallas. Hello.
Welcome back.
Whoever you are, welcome to the show.
This one's for Kate, by the way.
Hey, boy.
Okay, it's fine. I can fix this. I can fix this live on stream. Hi, Werewolf.
Welcome back.
I can fix this live on stream, okay? Hi, Ronnie. Hi, Chippy.
Welcome back.
Hey, boy.
Yeah, welcome back to the stream and no other important dates that are happening today. Halloween. Okay, so something's gonna happen. And I want you all to just be prepared. Something's gonna happen on stream. Don't panic, okay? Halloween 2024. Okay, I changed the name of that background file, which means I can just put the old one back in. Boom, done. There we go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Wow, it looks so weird going back to the blue, actually. Yo, oh my god, Jada! I love you, Jada. Jada says, I voted very early on my Lolita garb, so I looked cute doing it. Hell yeah. Oh my fucking god, hell yeah. Oh my god. So yeah, nothing else is happening today. So yeah, how y'all doing, by the way? Sorry that I missed streaming on Monday. I had stuff that I needed to take care of, namely stuff that you're gonna learn about today, because today is a game design stream, which we have not done in quite a little bit. We dipped into writing novels again, and now we're switching modes back again, baby. We're back to designing games. My goal is to get the early access version of this game out by the end of this month. We'll see what happens. And the song just ended, so I'm straight up thinking, wait, quick, before it starts again, there we go. I'm thinking we might just straight up just like dive right in. So let me quickly just put on some music. Where's my Lo-Fi Leah playlist? There we go. That's a short time frame, yeah. Hi, Sofifi. Hi, Hans.
Welcome back.
Hey, boy.
I work better under pressure. Doom, 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 doom. That's a little loud. That's a little loud. There we go. All right, fellas. 3, 2, 1. Boop. Hello. You may notice that I look a little bit different.
Bird up.
Also, new sound effect. Hello, everyone. It's me, Maxi. Hello. That's right. It's not a turkey. It's not a turkey. Dale, I'm not a turkey. Dale. Well, now that you, well, I guess I'm a I guess I could be a turkey. Nope, I'm not a chocobo either. Aw, Chippy. Yo, hi Melty. How you doing?
Welcome back.
Happy Thanksgiving gets the knife. Oh no. Yup. I'm a chicken Maxi, absolutely. Yeah, I'm a chicken. Ooh, what's that Pokemon, Safifi? Are you all freaking memeing on me right now? Big shoutouts, by the way, to Dallas for being perpetually the smartest person. Today I'm dressed up as Yaku, my favorite monster from Monster Hunter. He's just a little birdie guy. Kate says, I know who you are. Thank you. Thank you, Melty. Also, Chippy said earlier, I've been reading the leaked memory and I gotta pry myself away from it when I gotta do work for the day. That makes me so happy. Thank you, Chippy. Yeah, it's a Munhunt thing. Yeah, it's a Munhunt guy. Yeah, so for people who don't know, if you have ever played me, man, I got me getting played at the casino. So this is actually a Fuki that I used on Nomiya streams. You know, this is my, freaking, where's the talking screen? There's the talking screen. There you go, yeah. Like, this is what I would look like on Nomiya streams. And I thought, you know what? What if I, literally yesterday, I was like, what if I just made, like, a new model for no reason? And then I did. Because I'm crazy. I'm crazy. Don't mind the fact that I don't have legs. Yeah, it took me 2 hours. Just 2 hours. Yo, hi, Thomas.
Welcome back.
It took me 2 hours to make this model, an hour to do the art, and 40 minutes to do the rigging. I love the little bobbing of the egg, and also the fact that my left arm kind of goes up and down. I like that. Came out really cute. Anyways, so this was original art, and I ended up thinking, you know what? I'm really happy with it. Let's make it a full model. The vaguely googly eyes enthralling. Thank you! That's literally what I wanted it to do. I wanted it to just be like a googly eye that just bops up and down. So first and foremost, some housekeeping. In case you missed it, I did in fact... oh, hold up. Chat is not on screen, but that's okay because I'm going to type in chat. In chat, I am going to type... Where's the dashboard? There's the dashboard. I'm gonna type, it should be exclamation mark memory leak. There we go. Hopefully that will wake up chat on the screen. There we go. I released a new book. I didn't mean to send it twice. I apologize for that.
You've got mail.
Dallas just donated 10
Whoa!
nuggies. Oh yeah, new month. Good luck on this one.
Thank you for the support, Dallas. Very much appreciated. Thank you. Coffee still sounds twice. I don't know why that's the case. I'll have to fix that later. Anyways, so I released the book. Chat is not refreshed. I don't know why. I don't know. I just don't know why that's not working. Yeah, this is the life of streaming. Just things just don't work. But you know what? That's fine. That's fine. You know what? I'm sure the chat will wake up eventually. Yeah, it was working on the opening screen because that's a different chat module. There you go. It's awake. I have to send one message every time. That's all it takes. Yeah, it literally is. All I gotta do is just send one thing. Hi, Lucius.
Welcome back.
How you doing today? I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing all right. You know, definitely living through unprecedented times yet again. Other than that, I do want to say, by the way, I'm gonna put my foot down. This here is a space for us to not have to think about the ever-encroaching advance of time and the events of today. Although the pinned message does say, please, vote and practice your democratic duty. We're gonna keep the conversation in this stream kind of, casual. I am here, after all. I'm here to design a game. I'm not here to, talk about all that other stuff. Especially because you don't want me to get into this conversation. Oh, of course, Cade. You bet your pretty little twink ass. More like thwonk ass, really. Fellas, my good friend Cade is selling stickers for their top surgery, and they are absolutely fire. Let me just directly link you to the shop. Copy link, please. Copy message link. There we go. No, oh my god. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. Boom. There you go. Kate is selling stickers. I'm gonna get a bunch of these. These look so freaking good. Kate is raising money for their top surgery. So I strongly suggest supporting Kate. Holy crap! It's the earliest Nomiya eviction there's ever been. Hi, Nomiya. Hey, Nomiya, tell me, do I look different to you, huh? Hey, good morning, dork. Oh, that's right. We have synchronized the world again because of daylight savings. Now it's time for freaking Nomia to be on the stream early. My little bird, yeah. Yeah, I made a PNGtuber Plus model of my original Monster Hunter little icon. Yeah, I animated it and everything. Came out pretty good, methinks. Anyways, you know, I just like being just a little guy GN. That's all I am. Anyways, I was saying, Cade is selling stickers. These are fire. They're like holographic and stuff. I absolutely fully recommend you supporting Cade. These are dope as hell. Can you do Simpsons quotes? No. I have 6 expressions already, which I feel like it's already enough. Here we have regular Maxi. We have laughing Maxi. We also have happy Maxi, looking away. I can't make eye contact when I'm happy. Also, crying Maxi, Bible thump Maxi, dead Maxi, alternatively, beast mode Maxi, and of course, my favorite of them all, me. You think my eyes can't be even more half closed? My eyes get even more half closed. But yeah, that's me. That's me. I'm really happy with this model that took me literally 2 hours to make. I've always liked this icon. Sneaky Mac. It's true. I'm sneaking. I'm sneaking. And thank you, Maxi. No problem at all, Cade. I think I retweeted them on Blue Sky, but I will do so again later because I fucking love them. These are so good. Chocolate says, "What is a game? A miserable little pile of dice. But enough talk. Have at it." I love that. Very good. Very good. Hi, Chocolate. How you doing? Or if Siska was here, Siska would say, "Michael." So yeah, I released the book. We haven't even caught up. The stack is reverse. We're going through the stack Magic the Gathering style. My latest book, Memory Leak, is out. Please consider downloading it and reading it. It is pay what you want with no minimum. So if you can't afford to give me money now, read it. Read the damn book, and then give me money later. I don't know. Have fun. I'm so incredibly happy with how the store page came out. Freaking the 3D model came out so good. Little like fake blurbs for the members of the game dev group. And I want to do big shout outs, by the way. Big shout outs to I believe it is Kath from South America, and Bianca, also known as White Bag. Both of which read the book in one sitting. As far as I know, these are the first 2 people to read the book in one sitting. Shoutouts to everyone reading the book in one sitting. Definitely give it a try. Kate says, "I feel seen by Adrian being a T-boy and a crybaby." Thank you, I love that. I will say, I didn't realize that I did this, but I definitely do. I do support crybabies in my fiction. Because between Adrian and Virhen from The Last Red Mage, like, I'm supporting crybabies. Well, that and also Archer from The Last Bread from Fabulous Gaze. He's also a crybaby. Yeah. So I made little. I can't do this on Coffee. I wish I could. But I made little fake profiles for the creators. Yeah, I saw that. Chocolate says, "I'm here to take a break from the Ode to Castlevania, the new DLC for Vampire Survivors. I can't wait to play that once I beat all the other ones." I have all of them. I bought the DLC because I really like Vampire Survivors. But then Brotato got a DLC, so I'm playing Brotato right now. Anyways, I had a lot of fun making, you know, little fake profiles for all of them. I love the idea that Adrian no longer posts in whatever social media this is, and they're instead posting on Tumblr. That feels very Adrian to me. And also, yes, Adrian's profile is in fact a modified main character from Yumeniki, by the way. Rip sad mouse. Okay, listen. I know that Nomia was sad that the idea they gave me didn't make it into the final version, and that's because once I realized that I could just edit the because again, like I even gave the little sprite like little earrings for the ghosties, and I made it blue instead of red, pinkish red. It worked, I'm sorry. And I will say, by the way, shoutouts to Dale, because I think Dale had a bit about Casey's icon being a cassette tape. And then I'm like, Cassette Casey is kind of a great, like, username. So she goes by Cassette Casey on the internet. That makes sense. And yeah, she's quoting My Chemical Romance because of course she is. Anyways, my book is available if you would like to read it, download it, check it out. I think it's a pretty damn good book. Anyways, and it will be a nice distraction once the stream is over. Anyways, so what are we here for? Just to suffer? No. So as you can possibly imagine from the fact that I'm dressed as Kuluyaku and I have a Kuluyaku on the screen and I have a Kuluyaku sound effect on my soundboard.
Bird up.
We are in fact returning to the world of hunting the monsters. In case you were not here for that arc. I think it was last year. Oh god. It was last year. Last year, I began work on a Monster Hunter tabletop role-playing game. I drew a bunch of art. It was last September. Yep, you know what? Checks out. I did a bunch of art, a bunch of ideas, and eventually it got way out of hand. So I decided to take a break from it. And it turns out, taking a break was the right choice. Dale says, I like the hammer girl in Munhunt. The Dale, that might just be a player character, Dale. So, I guess I should actually give you all even more pretense. I don't know if everybody saw the post that I shared on Discord. But let me go find the image for memory leak. Oh my god, all my projects are blending into my brain. Okay, so I do want to say, by the way, Maxi, what happened to Tokimeki 95? You were working on that game, Maxi. You released the beta, and then you were reaching out for feedback. Maxi, what happened with that game? So having taken a break to work on memory leak, I reviewed all the feedback. And I realized that the game was not where I wanted it to be. I made a game for sure, but it's not a game that I'm happy with. There's a lot of... Kirin and I had a long conversation, okay? And we both realized quite simply that my mistake was that I focused too much on being faithful to the source material as opposed to creating something that was, I hate to just say it, but like fun to play. So we reflected a lot on this, and I decided that when I revisit Tokimeki 95, much like I'm revisiting Monster Blade right now, I will, with the benefit of distance, I will make something that is more me. I said it on the description, but a game that I would want to play myself. And also, by the way, I do wanna give a formal apology to everyone whose Minato's bad ending ruined your day. I'm really sorry about that. Yeah. See, that's the thing. Where as a game designer, I thought that was a good idea. As a player, that sucks ass. So I would like to formally apologize. And if you would like to throw tomatoes at the screen, you can leave a tomato emoji. You can leave tomato emojis in the chat if you would like to throw tomatoes at me. You're welcome to do so. Anyways, Nomiya says, and when we revisit T95, Emmy will be added as an official character. You know what? Why the hell not? Why not? Also, I don't know if the redeems are working. I want to apologize for that. I have to really look into that. Jada says, I'm thankful it exists. I've wanted a good solo dating TTRPG for a long time. And I'm happy, and I really appreciate all the feedback that I got. Again, I got really, really helpful feedback. And I just wasn't not happy with the state of the game. I really was not happy with it. Yo, hi Simon!
Welcome back.
How you doing? There you go, that worked. Thank you. Feel free to boo me, by the way. Feel free to boo me. And Melty said that Tokimeki was pretty solid in its current form, in my opinion. I think, you know, it's definitely something, but it's not. I'm not happy with it. Behind the hood, the game is tied together with duct tape and like silly string. But again, much like with Monster Blade, instead of committing, Kate says that the stream ended on their end. Hold up. Okay, you're live on this end. I'm live on this end. Okay, no. I'm alive. Yeah. Oh my god. Hi, Bianca. Hi, Bianca.
Welcome back.
Even with Minato's heartbreaking bad ending, I still found the game fun to play, says Bianca. Can't wait for when it eventually becomes even better. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you. And thank you to Chippy and Thomas for clarifying that the stream's still live. Thank you. Thank you, Dallas. And now Dallas gives me the perfect jumping off point. So Dallas says, so do we have a specific design goal that the previous iteration of Monster Blade didn't accomplish? Oh, if only I didn't already have a document that where I went over everything. So I do want to say first and foremost, big shoutouts to Maxi from the past for literally keeping all their notes everywhere. I have all the design documents for Monster Blade literally in Google Drive, ready for me to reference. Thank you, Chocolate. I really appreciate that. So I want to explain first and foremost why I decided to. Oh my god, I have to make the ruler, and then I need to make you like medium, please. Narrow. View, ruler. What if I just get rid of you? That's like better, I guess. Wide? No. Let's go with just narrow. At least you guys get to see what's going on here. Like, we'll just do this instead. My color palette generator is still better still be here. Oh my god, no, Mia. Okay, so let's talk about what Monster Blade was and what I want to change. So Fifi says I tuned out for a second. Yeah, so let me walk you back. So after, again, literally this Saturday, I gathered all of my notes and I had a meeting with Kitty. We went somewhere and we had a long conversation about what the next project is going to be, because I love to make things, okay? I've spent so much of this year not being able to release things because of real life things happening, personal loss, freaking stress and anxiety, and I'm breaking the curse, baby. I'm breaking the curse one day at a time. I release Memory Leak. Guess what? We release another one, baby. We're gonna release another one. We're releasing Monster Blade. So, what the hell is Monster Blade, Maxi? So, and how do we end up deciding to do that? So I'm talking with Kitty, and we're, after we decided, you know what? Tokimeki needs to go in hibernation. Tokimeki is gonna go in hibernation. I'm not canceling Tokimeki. I'm letting it sit, because you know what they say? Distance makes the heart grow fonder. And I often think, I'm gonna get a little bit philosophical for you, by the way, which I know, like, you can't take me seriously when I look like a bird and I'm doing my little gremlin voice all day, because it's not because I'm a gremlin. I mean, I am, but also, like, I'm perceiving myself as a gremlin, so I'm doing my gremlin voice. Anyways, no matter. When I went to college, I had a really, really lovely time in college. Not because college is inherently good, but because college, I met some of the greatest teachers I've ever met. And I took a class called Applied Psychology. And instead of reading a book, we just talked to people. People came in and we had conversations. And I remember taking one of those courses, but for grieving. I think it was called Death and Dying, I think. And the coolest part about that course is that we literally just talked to experts. We talked to people who worked at morgues. We talked to, like, freaking like detectives who found, like, you know, who found dead bodies on the regular, and we talked to just people who deal with, you know, the loss. And one of the things that stuck with me, I remember somebody was talking about overcoming grief, you know, and mourning, and this person said, you know, people don't like this answer, but it turns out that time really does heal some wounds. Sometimes all you need is to give things time. So, that's what I'm doing with Tokimeki. I'm just gonna give it time. I'm gonna let it sit in the background. I'm gonna let it germinate. And distance will help me see what I've done wrong. JP said, give him the 1-2 release punch. It's true. Also, Nomi said, I'm quite sleepy. If I fall asleep in the middle of the stream, don't mind me. No worries at all. No worries at all, you little sleepy. So, sorry, I'm looking at my art from last year. Sorry, I forgot that I had this incredibly cunty Yumeniki Hoshi drawing. Also, can we talk about marketable baby versions of the characters from The Last Bread Mage? I should go back to these. These are good. These are really good. They're marketable baby versions. And speaking of crybabies, by the way, speaking of crybabies, there's Virhan, everybody's favorite crybaby. Oh, and Amara, and Fel. At least do Nesoberries of them. Oh my god, I should. Also, I don't know why, Cade, get ready, jump scare. By the way, Cade jump scare. I drew Cade as a character from Earthbound. Sorry, I'm looking at old art now. But anyways, so Kitty and I were sitting there, and I'm like, I want to release a new game. I want to release a new game. What the hell are we gonna do, right? What the hell are we gonna do? My mom's been so alone ever since my daddy left cold. No one to hold her tight. Life has put her to the test. Maxi, could you please stop singing Mother Lover for 2 seconds? No. So we're looking through design ideas, right? And I have been brainstorming in the background, unbeknownst to everybody, I have been brainstorming a Dark Souls-inspired tabletop role-playing game. It's not anywhere near close to ready. I have ideas for mechanics, but it's nowhere near close to ready. And I'm talking to Kitty, I'm like, what would be good to release, like, literally in November? And Kitty's like, well, you had that idea for a game, you had that idea for a game. And then we literally just get to talking about what's hot right now. And Kitty's like, well, the Monster Hunter Wilds demo is, like, literally out right now. And everyone's talking about Monhun. If there's ever been a time to release a Monster Hunter-inspired tabletop role-playing game, it's probably right now.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So guess what, baby? We're going back. I'm taking some of the mechanics that I had from the Dark Souls TTRPG, and I'm applying them. In fact, I'm testing them out in this game already. That's right, baby. That's right. So get ready. We're returning to the world of hunting giant monsters. So, with the advantage of time and space. Nomia says, if you make a Dark Souls inspired TTRPG, can you please make a needlessly complicated jumping mechanic? You got it. Write that one down, Nomia. Write that one down. So, I'm going back to the question that Dallas asked approximately half an hour ago. With the advantage of time, what is going to be the difference between this and the previous version of Monster Blade? Dallas says GURPS already has Eunomia. It's true. Oh my god, Ronnie says DS has become Death Stranding in my brain. I love that. Honestly, someone's gotta. So Vivi says, I'm very happy to be honest because I hope for some RPG I can play with my friends without either of us DMing. I gotcha. I gotcha. Ronnie says, anyway, make a piss mechanic. Make a what? Anyways, I wonder if I should just turn off the tears and just look like distressed. So with the advantage of time, finally I will finish the sentence, I promise. I looked through all the mechanics. I literally have done a whole table looking through all the mechanics and looking at what I want and what I don't want now that I have the advantage of time. And here is my big thoughts, okay? Now that I've learned from Tokimeki, because again, the thing about game design is that it's constantly just getting better. You're learning from your mistakes. Hopefully you're learning from your mistakes. Nonetheless, you're learning, right? So, I learned from Tokimeki in 95 that I should focus on making a game that is fun. Fun for me. I know that sounds selfish as hell, but that's how I write books anyway, so... That's how I write books, and people like memory leaks, so maybe I should just kind of, like, trust my own gut. So, instead, I am going to make Monster Blade less about being a faithful adaptation of Monster Hunter and monster hunting games like God Eater. I guess Neo even fits into this category now that I think about it. Neo, the Metal Gear Solid 3 Peace Walker kind of actually fits into this category. I want it to be, I'm worrying less about it being faithful. Dallas is asking, is the core mechanic is still Iron Sword adjacent? Yeah. We're talking about moves. It's gonna be moves. I'm changing the main dice mechanic because I want to make it even simpler. But I'm looking again. I have it here. Where is my mantra for this entire game design segment? By the way, keep it simple, stupid. We're gonna keep things simple. We're gonna keep things simple, fellas. We're gonna keep things simple. I was looking through the design process, and there was I'm just gonna come out and say it. There was too much. There was just too much. There was too much stuff in there. We're gonna take a bunch of that stuff out. Thomas says, I'm excited for you to return to this game. I remember you working on it before. It seems like a great TTRPG genre. Thank you, I appreciate that. I have a whole list here of like ideas that concepts that are in the original game and whether I'm keeping them or tossing them out. Hi, Erasmo. And now, if you don't mind, let me just clear my throat real quick. I kind of like that. Nomia says, can we as a society start using the kissing emoji as a way to say keep it simple, stupid? I like that. Also, I actually didn't get my bottle. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good, Erasmus. How about yourself? I'm working on a game today. So, I went through all the mechanics that I have, and I have to say, like, there are good ideas here, and then there's also bad ideas, like straight up bad ideas, and I'm gonna just say it right now. Someone's gonna be like, Maxi, what's an example of something that you're taking out of this game? Okay, and I want you all to hold my hand, by the way, because this is gonna be, I'm gonna pull off the band-aid. Okay, are you ready? Okay. Randomly generated monsters are out of the table. I'm sorry. It turns out, fun fact, by the way, it turns out that creating an engine that poops out monsters is much harder than just designing monsters. It turns out that randomly generated monsters are really hard to making it's like making a factory that builds cars before the first car was invented. So that I'm sorry, that's going out of the it's going off, which means, by the way, now what's the benefit of this, by the way? The benefit of not having to have a randomly generated monster system means that I get to tailor the monsters that exist in the game, and also I am going to it opens that's what Chippy meant. Oh my god. Again, I'm not saying that there will never be a monster generation system in the game, but I would very much rather create monsters with interesting and unique mechanics and encourage the community to make their own monsters as well, rather than, you roll a bunch of dice and you end up with a bright blue and bright red giant frog that is weak to lightning and strong against dragon, which is a specific example from the last time I played it on stream, and that is bananas, man. That's just absolutely bananas. I think I would very much rather have a few things handcrafted. Nomi says my color palette generator was better than that. Yeah. No, I know, Nomi. I know. But again, here's the deal, okay? I'm looking at all the stuff that I wrote, okay? And I want to turn all of this into a ship that will not sink right away. And a ship that can make it to the end of the month. I am not gonna build a whole engine that... I'm not gonna build a factory for building cars when I haven't even built a card yet, okay? Yeah, and then you should share your monsters with your friends. It's true. So Fifi gets it. And like again, one of the things that I really like about the design space for Tokimeki is that I wanted to encourage the community to make things for the game. Like I love the idea of people creating their own classmates. We were constantly joking during the development of Tokimeki about people being like, what if this person was a classmate? You know, what if this was a classmate? What if this was a location? I want to encourage players to do that. That's why monster generation will be something that I will be adding to the game. Sorry, I will be adding more monsters to the game, handcrafted monsters. Even like dipping into the idea of like event monsters and stuff like that. Dallas makes a really good point, by the way. I wanted to randomly generate if I wanted to randomly generate monsters, says Dallas, I would go to GURP Space and look at their janky alien tables. It's true. So that's one thing. One thing that's out is random monster generation. The other thing that's out is random hunting ground generation. Originally, there was gonna be a whole like mini game where you like roll dice on a sheet of paper, and that would allow you to draw your very own unique hunting ground. That's too much work. I'm sorry. Between having to write like 40 pages of rules for how that would work, or just have it be like, hey, this first release of the game is gonna come with one hunting ground. Yeah, that's a lot easier actually. That gives me a lot more control actually. Cheapy says, I had a silly classmate idea that whenever you use the stress mechanic, they would also build up stress. Ooh, that's cute. I like that. So let me, you know what? Let me actually like make another tab, and this tab's gonna be design time, and the date is 11/05/2024, and it is in fact a Tuesday. All right, so takeaways with chat. Anxiety to anxiety miscommunication, Chippy. Oh my god, yes. Yeah, there you go. So Fifi gets it, and then I add more hunting grounds and more monsters in later segments. It's true. All right. So I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger. So what are we doing? No more random monster generation. No more random hunting ground generation. The takeaway now is that monsters will be handcrafted by me and the community. If people make cool monsters, I can literally, you know, with their permission, add them to the game. Why the hell not? Or even better, just list to a bunch of itch.io pages where people have put up their own custom monsters and hunting grounds. Same as above. There you go. So these are the big things that I'm taking out of the game for the sake of making it a better game. Now, the following are things that I'm taking out of the game for the purpose of it releasing within a reasonable time frame, and early access takeaways. Should I just? I guess I'll just make you a heading. Format, text, capitalization, title case, please. There you go. Okay. So here are the things that I'm doing so that the game actually releases on time, okay? First and foremost, so in the original version of the game, I promised I would release with like 16, 18, maybe 20 weapons. Yeah, we're not gonna do that anymore. Yeah. It turns out promising 20 different weapons with different mechanics is it's a terrible idea. So instead, early access build will release with 4, maybe 6 weapons. With 4, maybe 6 weapons, all of which will be completely unique mechanisms. I've decided that like your moves in combat will be completely depending on what weapons you have, and I feel like that will really make each weapon feel completely unique. 6, 5, 7, 4 to 6. And someone's gonna be like, 4 is too few, Maxi. Okay, yeah, we can always add more. And literally all your, like, the moves you use in combat are depending on your weapons. Instead of there being common moves that all the weapons have, a thing that I did, because designing 20 weapons was definitely a lot harder since that I had a baseline for all the weapons. Instead, all the weapons now have their unique moves. You know? Because it makes sense. Playing with a greatsword is definitely different. You fight the monster differently than if you have, sword and shield. Also, early access build will release with, release with 4 to 6 weapons. Could you create for a customize for or customize a weapon? At this time being, weapons have their weapon families. So like, great swords function in a particular way. I of course I am open for the community to create their own weapons or weapon families. So big sword, bigger sword, sword and shield, gun. Maybe. We'll see. I want something weird in there to start. I might keep the monster gauntlets or the monster hand. So we did actually do doodles for some of like the weapon concepts. I believe we had the twin blades, the monster carbine, the monster scythe, and I'm sorry, my favorite one of them all though. I didn't finish drawing this. I love that on all the weapon icons we put eyes somewhere because they're all made out of monster parts. So the monster hand, I think we have to keep the monster hand in there. I think, again, I don't want to make this game be a one-to-one. Grant says eyes. Thank you, Hans. I thought Hans would like that. My goal with this is not to do a one-to-one recreation of Monster Hunter, God Eater, Neo, etc., etc. I want it to be inspired by them, but doing my own thing, because that gives me the freedom of that way. When people are like, Maxi, when are you adding wire bugs to this game? I'll be like, why the hell would there be wire bugs in this game? You know what I'm saying? Before someone is like, Maxi, where's my hunter styles? And I'm like, I don't know. Freaking make him yourself. I don't know. I didn't put that in there yet. So, early access will have 6 weapons, 1 hunting ground, and X number of monsters. I haven't decided on the number of monsters. Kitty accurately and smartly said, hey, Maxi, look at the monster roster for the first area in the original Monster Hunter, and maybe play along with that. Or look at the standard Monster Hunter starting area. Damn it, Dallas! God damn it, Dallas! I wish Sean was here, because Sean would have giggled at that. Dallas says wire bugs are a narrative, iron sworn-y truth, not a gameplay element. And that's it. The game will ship with a number of weapons, 1 hunting ground. I love that. So Fifi says, not me already planning to make a chainsaw sword. Absolutely. And X number of monsters. It will be less than 10. I'm thinking less than 10. Less than 10. I would very much rather, here's the deal, okay? Someone's gonna be like, oh, but Maxi, that means there's only 10 monsters you can fight. I think considering how the game is gonna work, that's several hours of entertainment for the first release, with more stuff coming later. So I think that's the course of action for me. I think that's the course of action. So it's time for me to talk to you about the main dice mechanism in this game. Because you may be wondering, Maxi, you're making a game with loot. TTRPGs notoriously don't do well when you bring in the concept of loot, Maxi. So how are you gonna have, you know, the first monsters are, you know, easier to defeat with stronger gear than it is to fight the final boss wearing no armor whatsoever? How are you going to possibly balance that, Maxi? Thank you for asking this embodied voice in the back of my mind. First off, let me put a timer of 25 minutes now that we're actually full on designing the game, by the way. So, this is a mechanic that I devised in order to make something like Dark Souls work in a tabletop RPG setting, okay? So, you know what, let's just make a new heading. The dice and the dice mechanism. This is not really the dice mechanism, it's more like the system mechanism, but whatever is fine. So, when I was designing a Dark Souls style RPG, I wanted it to have a consistent gaming loop. By which I mean is that, like, much like in Dark Souls, you move to a new area, and when you first arrive at a new area, you have a bad time. Enemies are tough, they kick your butt, you die several times. But over the course of you fighting in that area, you get stronger, you get new gear, and suddenly enemies that were hard to defeat at first now become easier. Maybe even super easy to defeat. And of course, once you defeat the boss of the area, you move on to the next area, where once again the cycle begins. You know, you go into a new area, enemies are now stronger. So, within the concept of a Dark Souls inspired TTRPG, there would be something like that, Sofifi. Respawn mechanics, absolutely. But that is not the scope of this game. I do want to say I do in fact plan on making that Dark Souls game, and I assure you, you knowing this mechanism does not spoil all the surprises that I have in store for you. You have no idea. Anywho. So, Maxi, how were you going to make it so that you could have a perpetually, let me just show you, a perpetually escalating system of loot getting stronger and enemies getting stronger without you literally tearing all of your hair out of your head in the style of Homer Simpson? And the answer came to me in a dream. That's not true. It didn't come to me in a dream. But the thing is this, okay? This is one of those things nobody ever believes this. Nobody likes this answer, okay? And the thing is that I had an idea for a game like this. In fact, it was the original Monster Blade. And I didn't know how to fix this problem. If people who remember the original version, there was a lot of dice rolling. You roll the dice to get a value, and that was the monster rank of this monster. It wasn't very fun. It worked, and it was faithful to the material, but it wasn't fun. And I'm here to make fun games. And having done a lot of research and playing a lot of different tabletop role-playing games has given me a different, better way to look at games now. I've looked at what I like and what I don't like. And I have to be entirely honest. A simple dice mechanism is for me. I want a simple dice mechanism. I'm thinking particularly, I'm forgetting the name of it, but one of the games that I tried on Thank God It's RPG Friday, the really rules light rat RPG, that one just made me go, holy crap. A game without dice modifiers, could you imagine that? So, I'm gonna stop beating around the bush and I'm gonna tell you exactly what the dice mechanism is, okay? At the core of the game is quite simply, your character has 3 approaches, and again, a lot a lot of this is from the original Monster Blade, but I'm just adapting it into a sense into a system that makes a lot more sense, and it's less I hate to be like this, but less mathy. I'm a big fan. Again, the little time that I spent playing Warhammer, I very much enjoyed knowing what my target number is before I roll my dice. I kind of really enjoyed that. But in TTRPGs, there's an awful lot of like, hold up, the target number is modified plus up, plus 1, minus 2, plus 3 with advantage. And I don't know. That's just not for me. I've also, I will say, by the way, I've played quite a bit of Morkborg off stream, and I very much enjoyed the mechanisms in Morkborg. So we will be talking about how I want a narrative-first TTRPG, but we'll talk about that later. Hi, Siska!
Welcome back.
How you doing, punk? I'm designing the game. So here's the dice mechanism, by the way. So, hunters and monsters have 3 approaches, which represent... How dare you? Dallas is 2d6 plus modifier versus 7 or 10. No. Much simpler than that. Much simpler than that. Much simpler than that. I want it simpler, I want it faster. I want it faster, I want it simpler. You know what? No, that's it. Dallas, that's it, Dallas. Okay, I'm not describing it yet. I'm still gonna explain what I liked about Morkborg. So the thing is this. The system in Morkborg is so clean and simple. Simple and clean is the way that you're making me feel tonight. It's hard to let it go. Okay. Yeah, I want it harder, I want it better, I want it faster, I want it stronger. It's true. Ronnie says throw the dice real hard. Whatever is the damage the paper takes, it's the damage you did. Yeah, that's it. That's it. I got to play a bit of Morkborg with Plakesworth and some of my nephews, and I was taken aback by how narrative first the game was. It has the game has such a simple dice mechanism. You know, it's literally d20 plus a modifier, and like that's it. Hardly anything changes that. And I absolutely freaking love that. It was so easy to just be like, you know, hit me a d20 plus whatever your stat is, and that's it. That's right against a target number, normally 12. Incredibly fun, incredibly easy. It's pronounced Morkboy? No, Morkboy? I'm gonna keep pronouncing Morkborg. Until I have confirmation from Mr. Morkborg that that's how it's pronounced. Alternatively, I guess Sean Tompkin could convince me. Sean Tompkin could fix me. What does that mean? What does that mean? Morkborg is better. Anyways, so here's the dealio. I was playing Morkborg, and the game is very, like... There isn't a mechanic for, like... Okay, I'm gonna tell you what happened, okay? In Morkborg, you randomly generate your characters, you roll dice, and you're like, your character has this, your character has that, right? Plague... This is perfect, by the way. My little bro Plakesworth, by the way, I'm playing Baldur's Gate with him and Siska on Thursday, by the way. Put it on your calendars. It'll be hilarious. More explosions. He rolls on the items that he gets for starting out. And one of the d20 options is literally, and I'm not kidding, you have 2 monkeys. The monkeys have 1d4 HP, and they will listen to you and follow your orders. Their bite attack is 1d4. That's it. There is no more explanation of how the monkeys work. The game is just like, here you go. That's the monkeys. You have no idea how much fun and how incredibly even though there's no mechanic telling you, you know, if the monkey is capable of holding so many pounds of equipment, or if the monkey is capable of utilizing a lever, that all became narrative facing, and I ended up really, really enjoying that. By the way, in case you're wondering, yes, my brother named the monkeys Dingus and Mingus, as you probably imagine. Yes, it was Dingus and Mingus. And the fact that he rolled that became like a really big part of his character. So I want a little bit more narrative-focused game. I don't want you to just roll to attack. I want you to envision what the fight against the monster is going to be. The monsters are going to have very flavorful attacks. I would very much like the player to envision what's going on, to really get into it. It's the kind of game that I would like to play, so it's the kind of game I'm going to make. Dingus and Minkus and Mingus, cousins of Morcus. It's so true! Oh, I miss Morcus. I hope he's okay. So there are 3 approaches in the game. You can attack with speed, you can attack with power, you can attack with technical. I think I call them fast, heavy, and technical. Now, for anyone out there who's played the Monster Hunter Stories game, yes, these are the 3 approaches that are available in Monster Hunter Stories. This is what it's called, a reference. Technical. Technique? I like technical. Technical will make more sense in a second. Fast, of course, are literally about striking as fast as possible. Heavy is about striking with as much force as possible. And technical is using technology to affect the battle and or affect the monster. Hi, Kendra!
Welcome back.
How you doing, Kendra? Did you turn the news off? You better have I swear to God, if you have the TV on and it's the news, I'm gonna have to ask you to turn that off. Sorry, I love seeing my avatar, the little hand rubbing up and down the rubbing the little egg. Speaking of good eggs, so your character has 3 approaches, right? What decides your approach? Your approach is at this moment decided by your gear and your weapon. Wait, Nomia? There's no, that's Cade. What? I mean, Nomia was on here earlier. Nomia's probably still asleep. News says I'm the president. I'm like, I'm president. You know what? Chippy. I support Chippy. Yeah, I like that. Dallas is so ready. Dallas is like, I wanted to copy Chips' quote, and it keeps taking me to their channel activity page. Chippy has never been timed out or had a single message deleted. That's incredible. Let me just Chippies on election day 2024. I would vote for Chippy. Yeah. Yeah, Chippy says, I will be on the stream less on basis of needing to run a country, unfortunately. Damn, rip. You know, Chippy has integrity, because, you know, Chippy hasn't offered me a job at the White House yet. Anyways. All right. I'm playing the bird up sound. That's how I center myself.
Bird up.
All right, fellas, time to bird up. All right, so your approaches are based on your weapon and armor. So I want there to be a lot of flexibility for players to do different builds. So you can, as you can imagine, your weapon will give you certain bonuses. It's literally just +1, right? The +1, I'll tell you what the +1 means in a second. They could also just literally be displayed as just literally a dice symbol, but we'll get there. Some weapons will have literally no approach for some. For instance, you know, I'm thinking that the monster blade, the titular weapon of the game, a big old blade, is mostly heavy. So I would even say, you know, it's, you know, if you wanted a comparison of what it would be, something like that. And you know, and there's also 3 types of armor in the game. You can make light armor, heavy armor, or technical armor. And I'll explain what all of those do eventually. So, your weapons define what your approach is. Your approach does not change once you put the equipment on. And I want it to be very clear, because on your character sheet it's gonna be fast, and then a number of pips. Let's just go, you know, huh. You know, imagine that this is what your character screen looks like, right? You know? Probably will look a little bit better than this, but for now, just literally just believe in me. So, your approaches do not change once you equip your armor. Now, for anyone out there who's wondering, Maxi, are you saying that my character's made entirely of gear? What about, is there no leveling up? Is there no leveling up, Maxi? How do I, fun fact, yep. There is absolutely no leveling up in this game. It is all entirely gear-based, just like in Manhunt. Dale asks, why do I always open with Mighty Number 9 on Game Dull? It's because it's funny, because Mighty Number 9 is a bad game. It's gonna leave me sore like an anime fan on prom night. So, now what happens? Now, another additional thing is that your armor and your weapon both have a value. I don't know what this is called yet. Okay, don't yell at me. Maybe just gear level. I don't know. I had a good name for it, and Kitty laughed at me. So maybe I won't call it that. It's armor. Just call it armor level and weapon level. Okay. Your armor level and your weapon level, it is literally just a number. It is a number that explains to that defines in the game how powerful your armor is. As you defeat stronger monsters, you will be able to craft stronger armor. You'll even be able to upgrade the armor you have to get the most bang for your buck without having to craft entirely new armor. That's right. So let's just say for now, your armor level is 10. Your weapon level is also 10. Now, when it comes time for you to play the game, when you're facing a monster, you will roll a number of dice equal to the approach that you're being asked to do. So for instance, let's say that in this character example that I have, I am playing with the Monster Blade, which, do I have the icon for the Monster Blade in here? For some reason I don't have it, but just know that for that one, it will most definitely be, you know, 3... Oh, my wife just texted me. Hold up, everybody shut up. I'm gay. My wife says, sorry I never texted it, but was kind of busy, but I love you and I hope you have a good stream. Aww. Thank you, love. I'm gay. I'm gay and I love my wife. And then, and you know it, I hit my wife with a bunch of heart emojis. Boom. Get God, loser. Got him. Got him. By the way, in case anybody's wondering, by the way, I'm not alone today. My cat Yanto has decided to join me today. He's curled up next to the desk. It's a very happy boy. I'm half expecting him to flee at any moment. He's that kind of guy. Okay, so. Yanto is hard at work right now. He is. He's working. All right, so. I'm doing a really long and roundabout way of explaining the game system, but I assure you, that's because it's up here. I say tapping my head. Let me tap the microphone. You know, it's up here. But explaining it is hard. That's part of game design, baby. So, let's say you want to attack the monster with your big old blade. The move will ask you to roll plus your approach. If you're doing a heaviest strike, you roll 3 dice. You will roll 3d6. If you're doing a fast attack, you will roll 1d6. And if you're doing a technical attack, such as relying on the special technology hidden in your weapon, or alternatively, trying to change the environment, you will do 2 dice in this particular example. So you would roll, you know, you roll d6 equal to your approach. Now you may be asking, Maxi, what's the target number? The target number depends on the monster. Now the monsters have 3. They have something right now I'm calling it the monster range. Because putting monster in front of everything is the way that I like to do things. So am I gonna insert a table? I'll just make a custom table real quick. So, how do you know the target number? How do you know the target number for the monster you're fighting? Again, all the monsters, after working on one-page RPGs, I just love having self-contained mechanisms. Showing some walkthrough instructions, I see. Listen now. I'm a big fan of Courier for this. It just feels right to me, okay? Anyways, I feel like, shouldn't this be like 150? That's easy to read. Anyways. So, how do you know the target number? On the sheet that's going to have all the monster information on it, it will tell you that the monster has 3 difficulty levels based on whether your armor or weapon level is higher or lower than those ranges. So for instance, let's say that you're fighting the weakest monster at the start of the game. Let's just call it it was Cassidue, but I want to give them different names. Let's just call it Black Fang. You're fighting Black Fang. It's like a big old cat. It's a human-sized cat. Maxi, is this important? No, it isn't. But I just want to give you a mental idea, okay? So, whenever Black Fang, whenever you want to fight that, if you're, I'm trying to explain this. Okay, if your level is between the following ranges, the target number changes. This is what I'm trying to get across. Okay, so target number. Again, I'm gonna come up with a very clever way of showing this on the character sheets, I assure you. It's an additive dice pool system with breakpoints. It is not additive. It is not additive, actually. Again, I want to keep it simple. Simple and clean. I know I'm not explaining it simple and clean, because it's the way that I want to make it seem tonight. So let's say, for instance, if your gear is less than 9, for instance. If your gear is less than 9, I'm getting there, okay? I'm getting there, okay? I should have just made a table. Let me just make a table real quick. This looks like ass. Okay, so. Alright, I think it should be something like this, except the table shouldn't be like 10 million miles wide. That's good enough, okay. So, this is the target number that you need to beat to get a success, right? If your gear score is less than a 9, which means that it is weaker than the monsters, like it is you're doing really bad, you only succeed on a 6 or more. If your gear is between 10 and 15, you succeed on a 5+. And if your gear is higher than 16 or higher, I guess it would be less than 10, I guess. If your gear is higher than that, you succeed on a 4+. Now, how does this work in motion? Again, these numbers are going to be like literally like available to you. You don't have to calculate this, okay? So literally, I'm attacking the monster. You look at your weapon level, I'm 10. Right? You can literally be like, I roll my dice. Okay, I'm rolling my 3 dice. My weapon level is 10. My target number is 5 ups. You could also check that before your dice roll. You roll the dice. That's perfectly fine. So 5 ups means it's a success. Now I know you're thinking, Maxi, I hope you have already done the math for all this, Maxi. Yes, I've already done the math. I've already did the math, baby. I'm not, no, don't ban me, Cade, please. Cade is so strong. I already did all the math for this. So what is the sweet spot? Here's the dealio, okay? Let me actually rewind one step, okay? So what does this mean mechanically speaking? So it is Blade of the Dark's adjacent? Is that how it works in Blade in the Dark? I wouldn't know. I very much love the target number does not it doesn't get modified. You're just looking for 4, 5s, and 6s. Now, there's an additional mechanic in the game. Your weapons will trigger if you discard a success. So you're able to do additional things by discarding successes, so rolling more dice is better. Now, I know you're thinking, Maxi, I'm playing a monster blade. I have a big sword made of monster bones. Clearly, I'm always gonna roll heavy. Why does it even matter that I have bad fast or okay technical? Well, the thing is that when you attack, you select your weapon level. When you defend from the monsters, you use your armor level, because these two are independent. You can't just upgrade your weapon, you also have to upgrade your armor. So, clearly, showing up against the monster with severely under-leveled armor is bad. But I don't know, maybe you have some sort of like bonuses, maybe you have some sort of mechanism with your weapon that allows you to worry less about that. Maybe you're just crazy. Maybe you're just a fan of danger. Is that feature a personal attack? It is not, Kendra. But it makes sense. I think it makes more room for fun mechanics. Likewise, okay, I know the timer went off, but I need to finish this explanation, okay? So, likewise, if you're in that sweet spot, fighting monsters is not that scary. There's gonna be failure and successes, and that's okay. And of course, if your gear is stronger than what the monster has, or than the monster's level, you're able to, effectively defeat them a lot faster. There's still chance for failure, by the way, on a 4+. There's still chance for failure. It will never be perfectly successful. But there is that progression, right? And again, what this means is that because the dice mechanism, is I don't want to say caked in, but like it is locked in. The monsters, the only things that change is this for the monsters, okay? Basically, rolling a 6 will always be a success. Rolling a 5 will only be a success if your gear is, in the nice little mid section. We could even have these be color coded now that I think about it. We could even have these be like color. I guess this would be like red, huh? Anyways, you get it, right? If your gear is in this end, you're having a good time. So now what this means is that like if you're fighting the very first monster, their numbers are gonna be very low. But once you get to the bigger monsters, they're gonna have higher numbers. So for instance, let's say that this is the first monster, right? The first monster you fight is literally Black Fang, right? The second monster that's available in this area, let's call it Razorback. Razorback. It's, by the way, it's a boar. It's a huge boar. This guy, let's even give them a stars rating so you can like visualize what I mean. A 1-star Black Fang versus a 2-star Razorback. This guy, the ranges completely change, right? Let's say that, if your armor level is less than 20, you have to roll 6s on everything. And the ranges get even like wider here, right? So the only way in which you can like confidently defeat the Razorback is if your gear is level 40 or more. Because the dice mechanism is consistent across all the fights, that means that we don't have like ballooning we don't have ballooning like difficulty ratings where like, oh, the AC for this monster is at 35, and it's like, how do you even hit that? Like we it's quite simply, depending, what your gear is how difficult the fight is going to be. And this allows me the chance as a designer to have fights in which, unless you have actively been upgrading your armor, you might go into a fight, in a bad spot. And I feel like that's okay. One of the things that I said, that I didn't bring up, I wrote this down, but, so what are the big real elements of this game? I'm gonna get up, by the way, I promise. But I want every encounter to be a boss fight. Every monster will have unique schemes. You know what? I'm gonna get up and stretch, because I can explain this while standing up. So, I know that this game system might seem a little bit odd for you, because you're not in my head right now. the way that one of the main issues with doing combat in a solo tabletop role-playing game is that, salutiento, one of the problems of combat in a solo table TTRPG setting is that you have to come up with what your character does and what the enemy does. And that's hard, because that's like playing chess against yourself. The solution that I came up with is that monsters have a table called the monster scheme. And this makes sense for Monster Hunter because the monsters are not players. Players have the human genius to come up with incredible, ridiculous solutions on the fly. Monsters live by instinct. So the monsters have a table that predicts what they can do. And the way that it works in the game, I would like it to work in the game, this is the way that it works design-wise, is that every monster has a different scheme table. And the way that it works is that when the fight first begins, you roll the scheme dice. I believe we were saying it was a d12, and that tells you where on the scheme you begin. And it says, okay, the monster does this, and this is what the player has to do in response. And put a little pin in this. We'll come back to why this is interesting. But after that, the monster progresses linearly through that series of schemes, because the monster is following its own instincts. There might be some of those schemes that ask you to re-roll so the monster becomes unpredictable, but at the end of the day, that's the idea. And why is that fun, Maxi? It's fun because, like in Monhunt, you're able to predict what the monster is going to do, and that gives the players more options to think of what they're going to do. Like it takes the entire burden of figuring out what monsters are going to do completely off of your shoulders. Now, the thing that I put the pin on, let's take the pin out of that, okay? So, monsters, you know what monsters are going to do. The monsters will behave according to their own schemes, which means that they will ask for players to do specific defenses, or saves, if you want to call them saves. So, for instance, let's say you're fighting something like, let's go back to the little thing where, by the way, I'm still on my feet, by the way. Let's say, if you're fighting the Razorback, it's a huge big boar. I'm gonna assume that most of its moves ask you to save, to roll, to do a check against speed, or I would assume that speed would defeat how fast it is. There's a little bit of a weapon triangle going on. Speed overcomes heavy attacks because you dodge out of the way. Technical overcomes speed because you use the terrain to your advantage. You use some sort of tricky mechanism or monstrous body part that negates that flurry of speed. And last but by no means least, heavy attacks overcome technical, because sometimes just a lot of force just takes care of whatever tricky bullshit the monster is doing, right? So let's say, for instance, that I'm fighting the Razorback, and I'm a character with very low fast, but the game asks you, the Razorback is charging at you it's coming incredibly fast and strong. Roll out of the way with fast. And you're like, oh no, my character is not fast at all. And that right there, that's the rub. That's the rub. See, the thing is this, okay? If you allow players to completely decide what the monster does, there is an inherent I don't want to call it a second standard, but like, players are going to not do something that will completely like negate, I think the average player will gravitate towards, making the rolls either good on their favor or okay on their favor. No one's gonna choose to roll the bad thing. So in that case, we take that choice completely away from the player, and instead we just tell you, the monster is doing this, and it makes sense because in games like Monster Hunter, the enemies you fight have a repeating pattern. Like in Dark Souls, they have a repeating pattern that they do. So it makes sense that, these monsters would have a repeating pattern, and if you know what the monster is going to do, you can come in prepared with armor that benefits your approaches, with weapon that may be beneficial towards this boss fight. And again, okay, so I didn't actually clarify this earlier. So what is the gameplay loop? The gameplay loop, the gameplay loop that I want. I'm just gonna read this real quick so that we all are on the same page. So, Monster Blade is a TTRPG inspired by hunting simulation games. It focuses on a satisfying gameplay loop of preparation, hunt, and upgrade. This is the gameplay loop. You prepare for the hunt. You prepare for the hunt. You go out and you fight the monster in a one-on-one boss fight, or 1-on-2 if monsters invade. And then, having overcome the monster, hopefully, you upgrade your gear so you can take on harder fights. That right there is that's the crux right there. And I know what you may be thinking, Maxi, this is nice and all, but this is nice and all, Maxi, but what's so different about this? I mean, like, isn't this literally what you made last year? No, it's not. This is not what the rules were before. It's not even on here. It's not even on here. Oh my god. Oh my god. There were so many fucking, oh my god. There were status effects. There were elements in the previous version. There was, oh my god, don't talk to me about this table of benefits you get for eating. Oh my god. Oh my god, why? Why would I make this? That's so bad. This is such a bad table. Why would I make this? It's like you roll to see what the cook at the canteen made you. And then you would be like, yeah, thank you. I only take half damage from savage attacks and I gain 1d4 HP, thank you. Why would I do this? Ah! Ronnie says Maxi remembered me and was like, if Ronnie would play this, they wouldn't get this many rules. Okay, first off, I never said that. I don't put words in my mouth, Ronnie. Like so many delicious raisins. But like, again, like, I don't like games with that much upkeep. That's why Tokimeki 95 just failed for me. There's so much upkeep in that game, and like, I love the idea that I came up with, but there's so much upkeep. It's not. It's if I wouldn't play it, I don't make it. It's as simple as that. So I went through all the mechanics in the original version of the game, and I'm like, what's staying, what's getting out, what's getting tossed out. So let me go back over here. So if this is the Maxi, if the dice mechanism is quite simply roll a number of d6s and hope you hit a target number. No worries, Cade. Here we go. I knew it. The cat wants out, everyone. Please enjoy the store page for Memory Leak, by the way. While I let my cat out, I'm gonna be literally right back. Don't go anywhere. My son. Yanto, I'm afraid, Yanto, that if you would like to leave, you have to pay the meow tax. Yanto? Yanto, could you please speak to the chat, Yanto, please? Is that so? Yanto, say hi. Yanto. No, thank you. Thank you for paying. Thank you for paying the meow tax. Thank you. Also, by the way, two things, by the way. He sounded so sad. He's a baby. He always sounds like that. Also, I would like to formally apologize because I'm gonna mute myself so you don't hear me eat. But I'm hungry, so I have picked up a handful of chocolate-covered almonds that I stole from my wife. Never. They also said Maxi eating ASMR stream when? Never. Never, 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 never. Oh, that makes sense. Siska says, hello chat, YouTube won't let me watch the stream again, so please keep an eye on Maxi. RIP. Let me double check, is everything okay? I've already been streaming for like an hour and a half already? Holy crap. Maxi, how do you define the level of your armor and weapon? Also, I'm still dying at Kendra being like, Maxi, is this an attack on me? Kendra Purple Face PhD, is this an attack on me? Because I decided to fight the Kezu with absolutely no armor whatsoever. Maxi, how could this be about me? Maxi, I was literally wearing no armor, Maxi. Man, that was like... that was a while ago. I still think about it. Think about it every night and day. When Kendra dies, I fly away. I play glass cannon in every game. Okay, okay. And I don't want to be. Actually, I don't want to be an asshole, Kendra, but I do want to say that time we were playing Mon Hunt, you were just playing glass, because you weren't exactly what I would call a cannon. Okay, so how do you decide what level your armor is? Quite simply, when you forge new equipment, your level goes up. Or you forge new equipment with those values. We'll figure out that mechanism later. The armor in Mon Hunt is pretty hot, Kendra, okay? Listen now. Oh my god. Kendra's like, actually, I'm a glass cannon in every game I play. Unless the armor is cutting, which case I do wear the armor. Okay. Ronnie. Okay. So. The level of your armor / weapon is based on when you craft it. You can then upgrade it to increase the value slightly so you can get the most out of every armor set rather than having to make a new one every time. Now, Maxi, will armors have skills, Maxi? So, I don't foresee the first wave of monsters having armor that have like ridiculous effects on them. What I'm thinking I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna have armor and weapons with effectively like tags in them. That you know, you can treat them as a bonus die depending on the situation. So for instance, let's just say, you know, swimming adept, I don't know, something like that. So if your armor has a swimming adept and this would benefit you when fighting the monster, you get to add +1 die. Quite simple as that. As for how things get better later on, maybe adding even more dice. I don't know. But I want to keep them very simple. The way in which you improve your rolls is by rolling more d6s. That's it. Now, one mechanic that I haven't found a place for is let me just put here concept skill idea. The only thing that I haven't found any no worries, Hans. Have a lovely rest of your night. Take care. Bye-bye. So, I haven't found a good... So, for the Dark Souls version of the RPG, there was going to be health, and there was going to be stamina. Health, of course, you know, when this hits 0, you die. In the Dark Souls TTRPG. And stamina was just a way of modifying dice. Spend this for moves or modify dice. Okay? So, I kind of like the idea of keeping stamina as keeping these two, at least keeping stamina. So, one thing that you may be wondering is, again, you have the idea of, like, if you do a single roll, this is what happens. How do you deal with damage and making progress on a hunt? The way that I'm thinking of using the progress tracker from Ironsworn, but focusing entirely on single boxes as opposed to like half boxes or like quarter boxes. So quite simply, none of these are good. Okay, so the way that I'm thinking of doing it is that every monster has a 10-box track. And every hunter, I mean, I think the hunt, so one thing that you're wondering, Maxi, will you be able to play this game in multiplayer? I want you to be able to play it in multiplayer. That will require a little bit of finagling. One thing that needs finagling quite simply is this is, you know, it's called monster progress. Monster progress. And then player progress. Quite simply put, I mean, I guess this could literally just be like a counter or whatever, it's fine. Maybe, anyways, yeah, I'll figure this out later. But, as you deal damage to the monster, the boxes get filled up, right? Will this fit? That will not work, huh? Can you please get a square, please? Can I please get a square that like is a good shape, please? Red it is. Okay. So as you deal damage to the monster, you fill up the boxes until eventually, you fill the last one and the monster is defeated. This is not so much health as it is just the natural flow of the fight. I know what you're thinking, Maxi, shouldn't monsters that you fight later have more HP and therefore, Maxi, take more damage and deal more damage? And I think this right here is a little bit of a game design trap. Because to me, see, Dallas says no, not in the system for sure. To me, it's a little bit of a game video. It's a very video gamey thing. At its, because you when you think about that, you're thinking of like the entire scope of the game, right? The goblins you fight outside of Cordelia Castle in Final Fantasy 1 are weaker than the war machine you can find in Tiamat's freaking flying fortress. Yeah. But at the end of the day, if the fun part of the game is that fight, I want to get you to the boss fights. I want them to be consistent in length. I don't want a boss fight that can end immediately, and I don't want a boss fight that drags on for too long. So in this case, we fine-tuned the boss fight so they all essentially take a similar amount of time to complete. The amount of progress you make is based on the successes you get. So again, if you're fighting a relatively weak monster, you will fill up this box much faster than fighting a monster when your weapon is absolutely in the range it's not supposed to be. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So again, my goal is absolutely not to be like, you know, you're fighting the final boss of the demo. It has to have like 10 times as much HP. No, it will always be 10 progress. Also because I very much prefer the idea of consistency in the game design. I very much prefer consistency, not just for little guys like Ronnie, but also for little guys GN like me. Because I prefer less rules. Less rules, more narrative. That's what I want. Less rules, more narrative. And I very much prefer, you know, a back and forth fight than, you know, one where the whole party deals damage. Which brings me back to this. Instead of player progress, is party progress. I might open the possibility that you can also recruit other party members into your hunting party. Ronnie says, "Teehee, I have trouble understanding rules." But so I know you're thinking. So the entire party shares the same health bar essentially. Yes. And the reason for that is because I don't want to have to scale the whole concept of just how much progress has to be done based on party members. So I know what you're thinking, Maxi. If it takes 10 okay, I'm gonna write this down so you can see how dumb it is. Okay, if it takes 10 progress to beat one monster in single player, it should take 40 progress to beat it in 4 player. And you're wrong! No. So this particular thing assumes 2 things. It assumes that everyone does the same DPS, which completely overlooks the idea of some weapons serving different purposes, which, again, you're just removing design space by making everybody fit in the same DPS box. Now, Dallas says monsters get 1 move per player, right? Yes, that is correct. The monsters act every time a player acts. Also, another thing that I haven't made clear is that in the monster schemes will tell you what area the monster is targeting, whether it's attacking in front of it, behind it, or to one of its sides. Again, more narrative space, you know? So if the players envision where they are in the fight, that decides who gets targeted. Instead of it being like a matter of like rolling to see who has aggro, it's quite simply, the monster swipes its tail, literally attacking everyone on the flanks and behind itself. Quite simply. Something like that. Like, making the targeting so much easier. So instead of just scaling the amount of work that everyone has to do. Because again, you think that, like, this would be, like, the same thing, yeah? No worries, Dallas. Thank you for joining today. Wrong face. Thank you for joining today. I will be doing another design stream tomorrow, by the way. I never talked about the schedule today. Crap. I'll be doing another design stream tomorrow, by the way. The stream schedule for this week, by the way, in case you didn't already know. I made this schedule before I actually updated my model, but it's fine. RPG design hours today and tomorrow. Baldur's Gate 3 co-op on Thursday, and I'm going to be revisiting Monster Hunter World on Friday. That's right, baby. So, we've been joking about playing Monster Hunter World on Nomiya stream. And because Monster Hunter World is not Monster Hunter Rise, that means that every player has to do every urgent quest uniquely. So I'm gonna get ahead so that we don't have to do every urgent quest 4 times every stream. And also because I just like Monster Hunter World, so I'm looking forward to revisiting that game and having fun. Also, here's the thumbnail for Thursday. But yeah, that's the plan, by the way. Also, a little doodle I made today. Made it in 2 seconds. It came out pretty cute, actually, I think. Anyways, back to monster blading. So instead of scaling things, fuck it. You know what? Players share a party progress, and it's quite simply, this is the amount of damage. Mini D is so mad. Who the hell is Mini D? Me when I read Memory Leak on election day? Thank you, Chippy. So So again, oh, your BG3 character D. Yeah, thank you. Listen. I have like 2,000 OCs in my head. I have so many OCs in my head. Okay, listen. There's sometimes I'm gonna forget somebody's OC. Okay, listen. Wait, POV. Actually, Maxi. But you're never gonna forget Graves, are you? And I'm like, how could I? How could I? I love Graves. Anyways, that's for Chippy, by the way. Maxi, why are you glazing up Chippy? It's because I shot them that one time. So I'm paying my dues for shooting Chippy that one time. Chippy says I knew it was coming. Maxi, you still have this video like ready to go. I've been waiting to share it on Blue Sky, but there's just like never a good chance. It's just never a good chance to share it. Okay, listen. All right. So yeah, party progress. Now, how does a quest failure look like in this game? Quite simply, you playing as a hunter or playing with your friends. See you later, Erasmo. Just share it anyway, says Siska. That's true. So thematically speaking, in the setting, you're playing as a hunter, which is a very specialized job. It's very important to the people of the town, and they don't want you or your friends to die. So literally, if it gets to the point where, enough damage has been done, also known as this party progress, that it's become, again, the sunk cost fallacy. You're not gonna die in this quest. Okay, no quest is worth the hunter dying. You get pulled out. The quest ends in failure because you have decided to return back to the the town. I am considering having an additional rule where the players are allowed, if they want to. Every hunter has to agree. Every hunter has to agree on this, but they can wipe all party progress and stay. Or erase 5 progress, whatever. The idea is that, like, if all hunters decide to stay, and the bar refills, they all die. Which, again, I like that idea. Because it's very narrative, like you're choosing to literally put your life on the line. But, there has to be a cost, right? There has to be a cost. But anyways, again, that may or may not be in the final version of the game. It's just a cool idea that I came up with, okay? And one thing about game design is that you can't let the cool idea become, like, the crux of your design, You have to be willing to, like, look at your design and be like, could I get rid of this? Would getting rid of this make the whole thing better? So one thing that I really like in the original game, there is a move called a chance meeting, and when you first encounter an NPC, you actually roll on three little small tables, to figure out what this NPC looks like in your game. So for instance, when you first meet the Elder, instead of asking you to envision the Elder or asking you to roll on some oracles, instead I just give you like 3 really small tables that are colorful, that are flavorful. So for instance, let's literally, I have my dice literally right here. Let's roll to see what the Elder would be like, if we were playing it right now, okay? So you boot up the game, and you're meeting the Elder. Their archetype is, they are a retired hunter. Their demeanor is haunted, and their name is Moon. And with those 3 elements, you get to decide, what you want it to be. Chocolate says, but what if I want the Elder to be a cool robot? Again, you're free to do what you want. But this is for, this is to make gameplay faster instead of having to, create the NPC. You instead just, you get a couple pointers, and that's enough. And you do the same for all the NPCs. Some NPCs are going to be taken out. And the one thing that I wanted to do, and that I will be doing in this version of the game, let me show you what I mean by this. It's going to be new addition to the game. So one of the aspects that I want to bring more in line in this version of the game, as per, you know, the root elements of the game. The root elements are like the core values of this game. It's good to get these things like settled. So whenever you feel like you've lost your way, you can just go back and be like, oh yeah, that's where we lost our way. Every encounter is a boss fight. Gear is everything. So again, like every boss fight is unique and exciting. I never want the player to sit down and be like, this fight's gonna be a chore. It's just gonna be fighting goblins for 3 hours. That's not the plan. Gear is everything. There is no character leveling. There is nothing about your character will give you a boost except for the gear you wear. And thus, getting better gear by fighting harder monsters is key. The last thing that I think was missing is that there is no sense of community in the original version of the game. And I wanted to feel like your character's becoming a member of a small community. So one of the mechanics that I'm adding, and this is a mechanic that also fixes a problem that I had originally, in that getting quests to fight monsters felt random. Felt random because it didn't feel like you were doing a job for anyone. So instead, what I'm gonna do is that the player's gonna have we're gonna call this the Townfolk Oracle. So the Townfolk Oracle, I'm thinking is gonna be like a D20 table or something. I don't know. Because I think 20 people in your town that are notable is probably better than having like 100. So it's gonna be a D20 table, and they function just what I showed you before. They're gonna function like these guys, where you create a character by rolling 3d4s, essentially. Roll 3d4s to create a unique member of the town. The thing is that, and here's the trick, okay? Let me just insert really quickly a table with like 20 people in it, okay? So let's envision that this right here is the table that you have in your game, right? The first few spots are going to be taken up by characters that you will have by default. You know, the elder, the cook, the tracker, the housemate, and these will be numbered, of course. 1, 2, 3, 4. Imagine that, okay? So whenever, the order might be different, but whatever, it's fine. Whenever you roll to see who's asking for the quest, you roll on this table, and then you envision yourself talking to this person and seeing what exactly they need. And for the empty spots, you will make them from a long list of like possible people. And again, this gives us like a lot of like space for like really creative, colorful people in the town. You know, some sort of traits person. You know, like we basically come up with a bunch of little archetypes so that there's a colorful cast of characters living in the town. That's it. That's the plan. I would like a colorful cast of characters living in the town. Maybe make it a D10 instead. That's probably better. Smaller is better. It's a D10 table, and this table will also contain. This table will also contain a little tracker for all of the townfolk, which encourages you to chit chat with them to gain benefits. So essentially, the child that always gets kidnapped. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, no. Like I was thinking of the archetypes that I would like. Okay, let's literally make the table right now. Okay. So I know that the elder is still in here. The shopkeep. I think the shopkeep is not gonna be in here. So, okay, Maxi, why did you remove the shopkeep, Maxi? I removed the shopkeep because I don't think there's money in this campaign. I don't think there's money. I'm gonna get up and search, by the way, while we keep talking. My issue is that, like, in a video game, it makes sense to have money because it becomes another resource that the player has to juggle. But in this setting, I don't think there's money, man. I really don't think there's money. I think, you know, you're part of a community. Nobody's charging you rent. Nobody's charging you for food. You're doing a service to the community. Sorry for being a freaking socialist, but, like, I don't know, man. What if, like, there just isn't money? What if, like, the blacksmith's role in the community is to make weapons for you so that you keep protecting the community, and the community's purpose is to help you keep protecting them. So, you know, it's a, you know, everybody scratches each other's backs. You know what I'm saying? Now, this won't be in the first release. I do envision eventually adding some sort of trading system where you can trade resources for another resource. But there won't be a thing where you just, you know, like, they're not gonna give you a paycheck for fighting monsters. That's just not something that I'm envisioning here at all. And I think I prefer that. So I prefer that I feel like less rewards makes those rewards more meaningful. So if the reward for fighting the monster is getting monster parts, that's more meaningful than, oh, by the way, you'll also gain 1d10 gold. Like, that isn't as exciting to me as the player getting to roll on the monster loot table. There you go. So, yeah, no capitalism in the game. Like, the thing is that, like, I was looking through the systems and, like, upgrading your armor already costs a resource that you have to go and gather in the world. So why also make you, like, get money? What purpose does it serve that you also have to, like, get money? Other than just creating another system you have to engage with. I feel like making the player have to go to the shopkeep to sell items from their bag feels to me like adding more time between getting to fight cool monsters and getting to make cool gear. So, that's out of the way. I was thinking of making it so instead of having a complex canteen system, instead at the canteen, you can get a bonus, but you can also spend time and get to meet your fellow townspeople. I feel like that would be cute. So far it's the elder, it's the cook, the tracker who helps you find monsters, your housemate, and the blacksmith. Yeah, so that's 5 right there. The elder, the cook, the chef. I prefer the cook. The cook, the tracker, the housemate, your housemate, and the blacksmith. There you go. The smith. Let's go with the smith. So that means that, like, whenever there's a quest, you would roll on this table. 6 gay son? I mean, like, thought daughter. How fucking dare you, Kendra? How dare you? Kendra, look at yourself in the mirror. You are the gay son. Okay, I'm looking at this table now, and 10 seems like too little. Yeah, I think to me it makes more sense. It makes more sense. Although 20 MPs also seems like a lot. Maybe, you know what? You know what, Maxi? I have an idea for you, Maxi. How about instead, we don't worry about it? People in chat, do you guys feel like yelling character concepts at me? Go now. I would like some nice character archetypes so we can maybe start populating ideas for possible town folks you can add to your campaign. I'm thinking definitely like some sort of like the old, like, again, just like not the elder, but like the oldest person in town. The oldest person. You know what? It's the granny. That's what it is. It's just the granny. It's the granny. The guard. The dumbest, hottest, nicest mofo. The joker, the smoker, the midnight toker. The librarian. Oh, I kind of like librarian. I absolutely like the scholar. There we go. Oh, we also need we definitely need the fisherman, the fisher. Again, I want basically we need a little scamp. Oh, I definitely like scamp. I like scamp. The quiet eerie one. Oh my god. I like the wild child. These are basically people's jobs in the town. The baker. The farmer. I'm thinking, what else? The stable hand? Oh. We're probably gonna compile these into probably baker, farmer, and stable hand. These are probably gonna be like the traits person. The laborer? Maybe? Maybe? Probably the scholar can include like an architect. Maybe? The learned. Ooh, the alchemist. Oh, I like the alchemist. What's another? I don't want to say the wizard because that gives the impression that they have magic, but I like someone who's just basically messing around with books. Who else would mess around with books? The learned should be just like the book emoji. I feel like that's like correct. The open book emoji. The scholar, the architect, the alchemist. What if it's like, I don't want to say like a priest, but some sort of like religious person who's in charge of like books? Black market dealer. There should be some sort of traits person. Oh, sorry, the merchant. There we go. And that way, even if it's not available yet, we can expand on the cleric. Is there another word for priest? Synonym, cleric. Chaplain, clergyman, priest. The priest? The monk. I don't know if I like the priest. What would you call the person in a kind of like ancient community? The one, the spirit, not a spirit healer. The healer? Priest and disciple? Oh, I like disciple. Oh, I like disciple at all. The druid? Oh, there should be a person from the wilds. The wild one, definitely the druid. The wild child. The feral child. There you go. That's better. Ah, the shaman. I like that. I like that. What else? What else? Oh, the hermit. There you go. That's the wild. That's the wild one. Give him a mountain, by the way. Give him a mountain. There you go. Witch doctor. Who doesn't care for violence? The pacifist. Can we have one that's like a human-shaped monster? Maybe. The shaman king. How dare you? The laborer. Just give me the fishing rod, please, and be done with it. We need some sort of like noble person. Okay, I like this archetypes though, for sure. What are different types of merchants? You know what? What am I doing? I'm dumb. I already did this. I already come up with this, by the way. Why a noble person? You know what? Actually, why a noble person? You're right. Why a noble person? Give me a bag of money. There you go. Give me a bag of money. Me reminded you to please support me in through coffee.com/. I'm Kirin, by the way. And you can also, of course, support my books. There you go. There's the buttons, by the way. Give me a big bag of money. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm thinking there should be some sort of like, I don't want to say an annoying child, but there should definitely be some sort of like child, some sort of young person, the young one. Oh, the bookish child. Oh my god. The bookish child. I don't want to say a bully, but like, oh, the hunter wannabe. Oh my god. Yes. Yes. The young one. Give me a baby emoji, also known as me whenever I think of Nomia. 1, 2, 3, 4. The old generation. Clearly the granny. I like the idea of a guard, but I guess, you know, it begs the question of what the hell do they do when you're the one hunting monsters? The hunter wannabe. What else is another young one example? We have a quiet one, an annoying one. What is the definition of scamp? Scamp meaning. Oh, I gotta love a rascal. Gotta love a rascal. Okay. Now, I don't know if I want to have a crybaby. The bookish child, the hunter wannabe, the rascal. The oh, the older sibling. Oh, the older sibling. Oh, that's cute. I like that. I like that. Such responsibility for one so young. So as for let me double look at the laborers. So what do people what do you need in a small community? You definitely need you need a farmer for sure. The farmer stays in. The famer, excuse me, it's farmer. I'm thinking I like the fishers too much to not do it. I'm sorry. I like the builder for sure. And I don't know about stable hand. What else would people do? You work for a living, you farm, you fish. The famer, the Instagram influencer, animal handling. I think builder fits for carpenter and mason running. Animal handling. I guess, you know what? The blacksmith, we already have a blacksmith, but you're not wrong. Yeah, you know what? We're back to stable hand. Holy crap. We made it all the way around, baby. We're back to stable hand. All right, turns out that's a good aesthetic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know what? There you go. Okay, can you please get character archetypes for people in the town who just do nothing but talk about gossip? Gossip. It's absolutely gossip granny. The innkeeper? Oh my god, I do kind of like the innkeeper. Although an Karen. Gossip girl. So, like, someone who you walk into town and, like, they just, like, talk to you. You know what I'm saying? The gossip granny. I don't want to be just, like, gossip girl. The drunkard? Is there a not messed up term for someone who's like a conspiracy theorist, but before it was ruined by the internet? And people in general. You know what, actually? You know what? I'm thinking we're forgetting about theater kids, honestly. The local artist. Oh, I love that. There you go. The local artiste. Gossip granny, local artist. Siska makes a really good point. Siska says, I don't think conspiracy theories were ever not fucked up. You're right. You're right. You're right. You know what? Actually, the local force, and give me like a knight icon, please. Can you please get like a knight? Can you please get like Ugh, the icon got changed. I don't want to put a cop icon, but GG's in chat. Gossip grannies, thank you. I think it should be like the guard, the scout. Oh, you know what? The foreigner. I like that. There's just someone visiting the town and they're just nonstop talking. The foreigner, and we need one more. The blank. As for people who are part of the local force. A guard, a scout. What else? Oh, you know what we're missing actually? We're missing a doctor. So instead of architect, guess what is the healer? Alternatively, the doctor? No. Healer is fine. What else? What local forces would be needed in a small town that needs defense? There's someone guarding. A traveling bard would be a foreigner. Ooh, you know what? That's actually so much better. I actually like the traveling bard so much better. You know what? Why not have both? There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I like the idea that you can't have all of them. The tourist. As for the local force, am I looking at this the wrong way? I feel like I want because we have like normal people, young people, merchant people, smart people, hardworking people, people from outside of the town. I feel like we need someone in the town close to like management. Someone who would be like, you know, we spotted a monster, so and so. You gotta go take care of it. Although there's already a goddamn tracker. Why would they need a scout? Oh, hi, wifey. Administrator, maybe. Hi, wifey. How you doing? How's your day going? We have gotten a bunch of work done, by the way. Anyways, the courier. Ooh, I do like a courier, actually. Is there anyone who looks after the kids? Oh, I wonder. I mean, there is like... Also, I woke up. Good morning, Nomia. I wonder if... is there just a term for like... Not the moderator. I wonder... Oh well, no need to dwell on this particular element. The teacher. Oh, I like a teacher actually. Childminder. Oh my god. I definitely like teacher. Moderator. I hardly know her. I think teacher is good enough. I like that. I like that. All right, so we've made something really good here. So. I feel like I need to make like a list of all the stuff that needs to get done for this game to come out this month. So I'm thinking, okay, so this is the part where I'm having to like zoom out mentally, and it's good that we have like 26 minutes left before I get to do dailies because my brain is starting to get a little toasty. So I'm thinking, I want a list of the tasks that need to happen. I think what I want to do before I get super lost in specifics, I may want to just make like a combat demo, I think. You know what? You know, okay. Let's make a pyramid of priority. Oh my god. Hold up. I didn't say that right. The pyramid of priority.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right. The pyramid of priority. Okay, so things that matter the most, okay? This is the order to get things done while on and off stream. So, combat is the most important thing in this game. Literally, it is the #1 thing in this game. Combat. So, number one. Combat. Combat requires a monster, a sample monster. It needs a sample weapon. It needs a sample set of moves. A sample set of rules. After that, we need gear, is the other thing, which requires a sample set of, I guess it should be a sample set of gear. Sample weapon / gear. Figure out how gear crafting works. Also, which also requires figure out how getting gear parts works. So the other thing about this game is that I'm torn on whether I want to force the player, whether your gear is just one part, like your armor is one piece. Oh my god, the one piece. Anyways, or whether I literally make you craft each individual part of your armor set. I actually think I want it to be the latter. I actually think I want players to like manually have to like craft, like, I'm not even talking about like you build the arms. I'm talking like you build your right gauntlet. You build your waist piece. You build your pants, you build your boots. Maybe not each gauntlet, but like definitely like that way there's a very steady like upgrade system. Maybe that would require a lot of gear dropping, or alternatively not requiring a lot of gear from players. That would make it very repetitive. It would be if unless you got a lot of gear. So there's an idea right there. Or if you got a lot of monster pieces, you know? Or if crafting armor pieces didn't cost a lot of monster parts. That's another idea right there. I think it would be more, it's, again, I want to encourage players to fight monsters. And the best encouragement for fighting monsters is to reward them with gear that allows them to fight more monsters. So, that's an idea right there. Figure out how gear crafting works, figure out how getting gear parts work, figure out how upgrading gear works. So one thing that I didn't say earlier is that because your approaches are dependent on your weapon and your armor, and you don't get to pick what your dice are at the beginning of the game. You don't get to pick whether you have 2 tech and 1 force. What this means is that if you're having trouble with a monster that asks you to make a lot of speed saves, you could change into a speed-based weapon and equip a gear that gives you bonus to speed. All their armor is made by the blacksmith gnomes. Again, although I like the idea of like the minutia, gameplay-wise, it's too much work. I want to reduce the amount of housekeeping the player has to do. Also, note, make it easy to get. Am I going to write, make it so Ronnie can play this? You know what, Maxi, whenever you're unsure, ask yourself the question, could Ronnie play this? Ronnie, by the way, that's a joke, by the way. I don't mean that at all. I love you. Ronnie's actually pretty smart, honestly. I mean, like, only a smart person could make it through so much of Death Stranding. Also, see you later, Woof. And Ronnie says, I mean that. I'm still thinking of Ronnie's cunty ass look with the little booties. Damn. Still thinking of Ronnie's got that drip. So first is combat, then is gear. These are literally, once we have these two pieces ready to go, we can build the rest of the stuff around it. Which is making me think, yeah, we figure out combat, we figure out the gear. After that, what's next, Maxi? What is like the next mechanic that has to be like figured out after that? Let's see. We can worry about chit chat. We can worry about the achievement system. We can worry about renown later. No money is in the game. No trading is in the game. The meal system is much easier. There's no monster creation. Oh, the quest system stays. You know what? That's probably what I should do. After we figure these things out, I am going to, before we worry about anything else, the quest system in full. How do you get a quest? This also requires figure out the first hunting ground, which will figure out a bunch of other things. Figure out the first hunting ground. How do you get a quest? How do you do expeditions? A part of me is like, should I just cut expeditions out? But I think expeditions are like, they're literally just like a subcategory of quest. Because normally you can only go, okay, if you go to the hunting ground when you have a quest, part of starting your time in the hunting ground is you actually placing the monster that you're hunting in the actual hunting ground. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. If you go to the hunting ground without a quest you're doing, you actually have to go through, you actually activate a whole like day and night cycle. And you know, during the night, enemies appear into the map, and during the day they may actually exit the map. So you can like hunt monsters indefinitely and gather resources and stuff like that. That's the fun thing about that. Now, the other thing that I'm thinking about is, I'm thinking, I don't know if I want players' inventory to be limited. You think expeditions could be too complex for the demo? I guess the reason why I'm not super worried about it is that like I looked at it and I'm like, it doesn't seem like an awful lot of like extra steps. Although I guess Kitty's right. You know what? You know what? I'm looking at the ship. If I want the ship to make it, you know what? We add expeditions later. You're right, Kitty. You're right. We add them later. We can just add expeditions later, which means that we don't have to worry about monster and monster combat. It's what else? What else needs to be added after that? So that's the quest system. I feel after we have the quest system, when we have that, we can worry about like the town system. The town system. Who does what? How does everything work? Alternatively, after that, the progression system. So at this moment, there is no, I have no mechanism for making it so the player can fight stronger monsters later. We're gonna have to figure that out. We're gonna have to figure out if there's some sort of like hunter rank or hunter renown stat that makes it so, you know, when you hunt a monster, you gain a stat, and then once you have X of that stat, you can fight a new monster. Maybe that's the way we're gonna do it. Maybe that seems like the easiest course of action. Again, I don't want to have like a system that makes players confused. That's definitely not what I want. When in doubt, remember the words. Remember the words. Could Ronnie play this? I know that this is a joke, but like This is becoming my mantra now. Honestly. Keep it simple, stupid as evolved. Keep it simple, stupid is evolving. Da-da, 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 da-da. Keep it simple, stupid has evolved into could Ronnie play this? No, that's the plan. That's the plan. Okay, 100% for sure. So we have approximately 14 minutes. The most important question. It's true. All right, I'm gonna really quickly. Monster Hunter 1, Forest and Hills. These are the streets I grew up in. Oh, I should post this actually for that meme. Now I want to say I'm not going to just like recreate this map. But this is the OG Monster Hunter map. This was my first. I mean, Chippy says, but the reality is okay. I don't think this, like, as a beginner map, this kind of sucks ass. I'm not gonna lie. But this is the idea, right? The way the game's gonna work, in case you didn't already know about this, by the way, the way the hunting ground works is that it is a bunch of zones. It will be, you know, D12 zones. And the zones contain items you can gather, and the monster, you know, will move from zone to zone, and if you're ever in a same zone as a monster, you fight. The zones will also have little descriptors on them to help you visualize what they look like. So for instance, let's say, you know, for zone number 4, which I know very well, wide open fields would be one of the tags. Cliff face would be another tag. And I'm thinking rock structures would be another tag. The map looks like a little blob guy shaking his fist at the sky. It does! Kitty says, thinking of the Geo version of this. I love it. I love it. I love it. I miss it. So, what monsters appear in this? Can it please... Oh, the Monster Hunter Online? Where's the GU version? No screenshots, huh? I would like the monsters that appear in Forest and Hills. Oh, GU! GU stands for Generations Ultimate. The best version of Monster Hunter that there's ever been. I know you're thinking, Maxi, Monster Hunter Rise is pretty good. Nah, man. It's all about Forest and Hills, baby. It's all about GU, man. Generations Ultimate is so good. Alright, Maxi, why are you covering the screen? Because I don't trust fandom.com from doxing me. Large monsters. Dude, this is like everyone. Okay, let's go to Monster Hunter 1. We're gonna go to Monster Hunter 1. We're gonna go to Locaciones. We're gonna go to Forest and Hills. We're back here. This just looped me around. Okay. Everyone is here. Dude, everyone is literally here. Abiorugu, Arbiter, Australian, Bericriozu, Camellios, Gongalian Hermitoir, Gorensebudu, Gypseros, Hypnocatrice, Silver Hypnocatrice, Zenith Hypnocatrice, Gold Hypnocatrice, King Shakala, Nagakuga, Rajang, Rathalos. Okay, Rathalos is one of them. We're gonna take notes, okay? So, how many monsters do we need? So the last thing I want to figure out how many monsters we need and maybe get some ideas then, okay? So, Nargi, fucking love Nargi. Okay, so, original Monster Hunter 1 has, Hunter Forest and Hills has, give me a crown for the big bad is Rathalos. Rathalos, the big bad. Rathalos would be the final monster. Nargacugi. Nargi is Gen 3. Nargi is, technically speaking, Nargi is, portable Freedom Unite, which would be, I guess, I would say 2, I guess it is 3. I guess it's 3. Maxi, which one portable is your fave? I would probably say 4. 4 for sure. Asur Rathian. Rathian, by the way, I would assume, I think we can agree that Rathian is like a pretty hard monster. Rathian. Pretty hard. Asur Rathian, Rathian, Conflagration Rathian, Pink Rathian, Gold Rathian, Unknown, Black Flying Wyvern, okay. Red Kesu, Velocidrome, okay, okay. Velocidrome is literally the easiest one. Velocidrome. Yayan Garuga, One-Eared Yayan Garuga, Scarred Yayan Garuga, Yayan Kutku. I love him! It's my boy! I love Yayan Kutku! Fellas. Fellas. Should I say fuck it to this outfit and just make myself a Yayan Kutku? Jeepy says Rathian, 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 and Unknown is Rathian wearing a hat. Oh my god, I love... Is the Nefarious Chicken, I love him! I love him! He's a little guy! He kicked my ass when I first played this game on the PS2! He's a little guy! I would ask you, why did the Kutku cross the road? We could use that color scheme for our upcoming project. It's true. I see no reason why we can't, you know, take inspiration. So... what about the small monsters? Bullfango? Velociprey and Vespoid? That's it? And what the hell is what was the last one? Vespoid. Okay. So can I have like the meekiest star ever? Thank you. Oh, it's not Bulldrum, it's Bullfango. Thank you. Bullfango? Chippy, you don't... My beloved. Okay, I thought you said beloved. It's beloved, thank God. Okay, so if we were to do the ranking system. So how many monsters is this? So let's envision for a moment what this would look like in the demo, okay? Kitty says, Bullfango, get in front of me so I can kick your ass. So there's 3 enemies you can fight at level 1. No, I hate her. I have no respect for Bullfango. Is it Bullfango or Bullfango? Fellas, is Bullfango, not Bullfango. I'm sorry to say this to you. Yo! Ronnie says, what I'm hearing is that we're due for a Monster Hunter Stories stream. Dude, I should! I should absolutely play Monster Hunter Stories. I have the second one on the Switch. I could even convince Kitty to let me buy the first one. Cheapest says, I say it wrong out of disrespect. That's absolutely super fair. So I think... So the one thing I want to make it clear is that... No, I guess I would like the players to be able to fight all the monsters, I guess. So there will be 3 easy guys. I guess you can say these are... I guess we can say these are small monsters. Small monsters, also known as AKA. They are the size of a human being. Lamau, small. Then we have medium monsters. AKA, they are the size of a house. And then we have the large monsters. AKA, get fucked. They are huge. Play it on the 3DS? Maybe I will play it on the 3DS. Scaramouche, will you do the Bullfango? Thank you, Dale. So I think, following this format, the demo should have the following. I think there will be two easy small monsters. One transitory small monster. Does the Switch version have the Umaru DLC? If not, do not acknowledge. Let me look it up. Monster Hunter Stories 1 Switch. Does it have the Umaru DLC? Hold up. Huh? Oh no. Okay, never mind. Okay, so the Switch version is not worth it. Okay, perfect. That actually helps a lot. It has less features. It doesn't have any of the collaboration stuffs. Okay, so Monster Hunter Stories 1 had a bunch of DLC, including like being able to play with Epona, and a bunch of other like Nintendo stuff. Also, there's an anime and manga called Imoto Umaru-chan, my little sister Umaru, and you could get, if you did the quest, you could get a little outfit for your cat that looked like Umaru-chan, which is the best outfit in the entire game. So guess what? We're playing the base version of Monster Hunter Stories. Fuck it. we don't have to play. Honestly, like, the reason why, in case anybody's wondering, one of the reasons why Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate on the Switch is one of the greatest Monster Hunter games of all time is because, I speak very fast, it's because it has so much collaboration stuff. You can get so many weird quests. There's a whole series of quests for getting items to make your palico look like Dark Magician. There's a bunch of Shonen Jump manga collaborations. It's dumb. It's ridiculous. There is so much stuff. Anyways, let me close all of this junk. Okay, so here's the plan. I'm almost thinking, you know what's easier? Everybody fights the same monster at the beginning of the game. Everybody fights the same easy monster at the start of the game. Then I'm thinking after that there's two easy small monsters. One is a little harder and the other is big hard. Shut the hell up. So after you complete the first monster, the two after that they're gonna feel a lot like in Monster Hunter World. They're gonna feel like Kuluyaku into Puke Puke, where essentially one is easier than the other, and you can still fight them both and upgrade your armor and stuff, but definitely like it's not. Shut up, Chippy. And after that, I think there's gonna be one easy medium monster. And the difficulty here is just for me to just to have a mental image of what this means, by the way. This is just literally for me. And then after that, what? Literally two, we do the same thing again? I don't think so. I mean, we could do the same thing again. We could do the same thing again. How about one normal medium monster followed by a hard medium monster? You know what? No, I don't like this. We might have to we might literally just do the rinse and repeat, right? Like this is like what the flow is for each one. So that would be let's do like we do an easy introduction and then we give you two options. Small followed by two medium followed by two medium. And then we just ended with one large monster. One. So that means that the roster for the demo is 7 monsters. That's not that bad. I think I wanted it to be like 10. Ronnie says Maxi. It's called a Ventiana Grande. How dare you? How dare you? Alright, fellas, it is 1:30. The designs part of the stream is over. I'm gonna go take a quick bio break. I'm gonna take us to the break screen. I'm gonna pop an ad. And then I'm gonna be back for dailies. Get excited for dailies. Alright. See you all in just a minute. Don't go nowhere. Beep boop.
Bird up.
I'm back. Thank you for patiently waiting for me to come back. Apologies for being away for a little bit. I am back from my bio break, and I hope that you took a chance to get up and stretch. Let's take us back. He just says, please check Discord. Okay, I'll check Discord. I'll check Discord, why not? Okay, I'm reading very slowly. Okay. The latest on screen chat. Okay, okay. Sorry, I'm No. Okay. The glasses are off. The headphones are off. No, you can't do this. Misha Collins, you can't do this right now. I just... It's not even It's not even on Tumblr. I mean, based? Based? Okay, hold up. Okay. The glasses came off. The glasses are back. It's not even time to go insane yet. So Misha Collins, Misha Collins says, today's a historic day. On November 5th, 2020, Castiel declared his love and sacrificed himself to save Dean and to save the world. Today, Cass is asking you to vote. Do it to protect humanity and to protect us all for freedom. Don't sit this one out. I mean, based, but also, Ronnie says, I do take my glasses off to see better sometimes. I had to take off my glasses. I was like, is this real? I realized I did do that. I did take off my glasses so I could see better. Kitty, I love you. Thank you for cursing me, my love. Thank you. Thank you.
Bird up.
Alright, fellas, it's time for Dailies. Welcome to Dailies, a segment of the stream where we play games we couldn't play today. Welcome to Quartal, where we do 4 games that require 5 letters at once. I'm not calling it Wordle anymore because we're currently striking the New York Times. I'm gonna open with Rogue, followed by Saturn. And what do we have? Oh, it's not sauce. We have the keys to the kingdom, by the way. We have the keys to the kingdom. So we have, it's probably... No. It could be... Loise? Huaze? Abuse? Okay. Would have been real messed up if it was abuse, huh? What is this? Abuse? Amuse? Alright.
Bingo!
That's one, baby. Alright, we have the keys to the kingdom down here. So it's not stone. Stony?
Bingo!
Yeah, I bet you didn't think it was stony, did you? Yep. Well, yeah, I did. Can somebody please look up if getting stony in Australia is legal, by the way?
Yeah, that makes sense.
I can't help because the piece all the way down, pun intended. Thank you. This is looking really sussy down here. So it's just lousy. It's just lousy.
Bingo!
Furious typing. Thank you. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 letters. Beget. All right.
Bingo!
Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Not even concerned. Thanks for playing. Welcome to Guess the Game, where we guess the game by guessing the game. This is an old game. This is Tomb Raider 2. Nope. That mountain looks to me like it's the PlayStation 1. But this looks like PlayStation 2. Maybe even PlayStation 3. On the Steam Deck. I'm gonna skip one. This is Dead Space. Probably Dead Space 3? Because he has multiplayer in it. Yep, that's how I knew.
Bingo!
I knew it was Dead Space 3 because they had multiplayer. Munhunt Wild on the deck. Yeah, that was a little sad. Alright, we have a bunch of days to do. They want 900, by the way. Oh, what? Oh, this is an indie-ass game. This is blasphemous? No. Too old to know what game this is. This is an old-ass game. Is this Earthworm Jim? It was Earthworm Jim, dude!
Bingo!
I just knew from the color palette. Man. I just knew from the color palette. 901. What game is this? Is this Aladdin? This is Aladdin? The dude is the big cheese. Okay. This is on the Genesis. This is Genesis. Is it just Aladdin? No. It's a DS game? Prince of Persia? I don't think Prince of Persia had giant magnets. Is this Wario Land 4? No. 2D scrolling and platforming. I don't know who you are. Straight up. Oh, it's the Yoshi game. It's Yoshi's Island DS. Okay. Enemy looked Mega Man-esque. You're not wrong, by the way. You're not wrong. Chippy's not wrong, but dude, there's Wario in here. I had a feel the art looked very Wario World. I should play Wario World on the stream once. That game is good. This okay, so this brick wall is okay, so it's PS5. Okay, it's Dragon Age Veil or whatever. It's Dragon Age Veil Toucher. Veil Grabber. It's not even on here yet. Brick Wall Simulator? Dude. What are you? The foot is going through the ground, so this could be any AAA developer.
Bingo!
Give me one more skip. It's a PC game. Is this Kenshin? Or Keshi? Is it Kenshin, I think? Not Dragon Age 2 bin, and they're separate 4 times. It's true. It's Kenshi. It's not Kenshi. Action RPG fantasy. Dude, I don't know who you are. Straight up. The angle is giving BR? Don't say that. I wouldn't know. Assassin's Creed? Assassin's Creed 2? Oh, it's the Witcher! God damn it, it's the Witcher. Is the Witcher. This looks janky as hell. This is the Witcher 2. Now, I knew it was the Witcher 2 because I played Witcher 1 and the UI did not look like this. The UI looked much more... Oh. Dude, I have to say, look at this GIF, by the way. It's like incredible. Oh, it was the Witcher 1. Anyways, can you believe they made 2 sequels and one of them is one of the greatest games of all time? Look at the way he waves it up in the air. This game is jank as hell. Anyways, apparently I answered wrong, but whatever, it's fine. I'm still counting it. It looks like it's voxel based, but probably not. Is this Shadow of War? No, a bunch of barrels filled with messed up stuff. It could literally be anything. Rekka? What's Rekka? This looks indie. Is this a PS1 PC? I have no idea who this is. Straight up, I don't know who you are. Rekka these nuts. Thank you, Kitty. Thank you. Oddworld? Yo, it was Oddworld! Thank you. I wouldn't have known. I never played these games. I was too busy playing Castlevania Symphony of the Night for the 10th time. This is the Stanley Parable. It's not? It's not the Stanley Parable, okay. It's a PC game, and it looks like you just walk around. It looks like this is a game where you walk around solving puzzles. It could be The Witness, it's probably not The Witness. It's a PC-only game. Emily wants to play Lethal Company? It's not Lethal Company. Oh, it could be anything. Emily wants to play? It is not Emily wants to play. Oh, is this the yeah, this is the SCP game. Containment Breach. No. SCP Secret Laboratory. I saw the SCP logo, and I'm like, it's gotta be the SCP. Last but by no means least, this is Resident Evil Nemesis. I would recognize the dirty streets of Raccoon City anywhere. That's right. That's right. Put me in the clip.
Bingo.
Put me in the clip.
Bird up.
You think I wouldn't recognize the dirty streets? I grew up in these streets. I grew up in these streets. Oh, there's Nemesis. There's Nemesis. There's Jill Valentine in the most impractical outfit of all time. She couldn't wear a pair of shorts. Anyways. Welcome to guys. Welcome to Pokedoku, where we do a Sudoku but backwards and it's Pokemon. This is what Maxi's home looks like. Excuse me? Excuse me? Kitty, could you please walk that joke back? It has a bit of a bad undertone. I don't mean it like that. Yeah, got him. Love you, Kitty. All right, mythical ghost Pokemon. That's just Darkrai, isn't it? That's Darkrai. Darkrai's a legendary? Rip me. All right, a mythical steel Pokemon. That's Jirachi, baby. That's Jirachi, baby. A mythical normal Pokemon. Oh, that's freaking Arceus. Arceus. Oh yeah, Darkrai. Oh yeah, Darkrai's a dark Pokemon. I thought it was Dark Ghost. I'm not gonna lie. He lives in your dreams. I assume. I just assume. Psychic Steel. Isn't that Iron Valiant? I refuse to live in a world where Iron Valiant is not Psychic Steel, by the way. Psychic Normal. Psychic Ghost? Dude, I'm cooked today. Alola Normal, that's Beware, by the way. Alolan Ghost? That's Sandygast. Or Polisand. Is Hoopla Ghost? You know what? Hoopa? Or Marshadow. Thank you. Thank you. Alolan Steel? Alolan Steel. What's an Alolan Steel Pokemon? Well, Solgaleo. Solgaleo's Steel Psychic. And I have one more guess. Normal Psychic. Oh, that's freaking Weird Ear. All right, so Lunala and Oh, I forgot about Metagross. Yeah, that actually makes a lot more sense. Gotta remember that the Necrozma Pokemon exist. Okay, I was about to type Weird Ear. That's good. Alright, welcome back to Game Duel, where we do Game Duel by doing Game Duel. And you do the Game Duel. Here's Game Duel. Which game is this? This is Earth Defense Force, I think. No, this is Attack on Titan. Kendra, look, Kendra. I recognize the fucking. This is Attack on Titan 1. That's right. You're gonna have to get up a lot earlier in the morning to not catch me with Eren Yeager's, you know, thin ass legs. All right, can we guess with artwork? Based on artwork alone, this is probably a Call of Duty, isn't it? Or is this Death Stranding? I'm gonna put Death Stranding. It is not. Okay, this is two people. This is Deus Ex. This is Deus Ex Human Revolution. This is not Deus Ex. That's just a man. What is this? Is this Control? Oh no, it's Quantum Break. Oh my god, I can't believe I knew that. Holy crap. Quantum Break by the creators of Control and Alan Wake, also known as games where the two-word title is the person's first name and what they do. So his name is, it's Mr. Quantum, and what he do is break. Just like Mr. Allen, what he do is wake, and Mr. Max, what he do is pain. It's true. Also, welcome to Keywords, by the way. Can I guess a game? I thought it was 9/11 coded, Chippy. Robots, Shark, Turtle, and Aquatic. Huh? Robots, Shark... Is this TMNT Turtles in Time? Dolphins, Hologram, Relaxing, and Starfish. Oh, freaking game about being in the water. Freaking Subnautica. No, Kitty. What's the one you want to play, Kitty? The one that is not Subnautica. It's Absolute. Thank you. Thank you.
Bingo.
I knew this is a game Kitty wants to play Absolute so bad. We have it on like 3 consoles. That's not true. All right, can we guess the game by guessing the game by guessing the game by guessing the game? And that's all, folks. Ronnie, are you streaming today, by the way? Is my good friend Ronnie streaming today? On this casual day where nothing weird is happening? Ronnie's playing more Disco Elysium. Exciting. Please, if you would like kissing the game, oh my god. Please consider checking out Ronnie's stream. Do I have Ronnie's button fixed already? I don't have Ronnie's button fixed. But that's okay, because I'm just gonna copy this. By the way, Ronnie will be streaming in literally 10 minutes! Ronnie's... Yeah, the timelines are rearranged again! Please consider checking out Ronnie's stream. I know I will be checking it out. So welcome to Game Duel, where we guess games by guessing games. I'll be opening with Mighty Number 9. And if you don't know what's funny about the Mighty Number 9, look up What Happened to Mighty Number 9 by Mad Mike Muscles. It is a game from 2016. Is it Overwatch? It is not Overwatch. It's a single player game. It is... Huh? It's not... Oh my god! Mr. Game Duel! Mr. Game Duel made it 2016 because that was an election year, you son of a bitch! It must be isometric, 2016 isometric. What's an isometric game from 2016? Isometric. What, like Rogue Trader? No. Streets of Rogue? Is it Diplomacy? Oh my god. Oh, it's not Diplomacy. I'll try Tunic. Okay, so it's Unity, a single player, it is isometric or bird view. Oh, it could be Moonlighter. It is not Moonlighter. It is most likely, it's fantasy plus something else. Planet Coaster? I don't think so. Planet Coaster is not fantasy. It's a strategy game? Oh crap, it's an RTS. I swear to god, Dale. It's not Planet Coaster. Is it Civilization? Civilization 6? You think so? It's not. Alright, fellas. I would have known because Civ is not in Unreal. Alright, give me a hint. It is open world action fantasy. Okay. Open world action fantasy. Okay, so it's a Souls-like. It's a Souls-like before... It's a Souls-like game. Well, maybe not, because it has no multiplayer. Stardew Valley? That would be hilarious. Black and White or whatever? No. Could you please hide the action theme, please? It is fantasy open world. It's an open world fantasy game. Open world fantasy game in an isometric view from 2016. Open world is such a weird... Dragon Age? Was Dragon Age Inquisition open world? No. So... No Dragon Age came out that year? Okay. The concept is probably fucking everything, man. Open world fantasy Single player, isometric, or bird view. We haven't tried like a Nintendo-based game. Yeah, my memory of this year is all messed up because I was mostly playing Overwatch. So, what the hell do I know? No, but I feel like Stardew Valley would be like management. It would be like business, or it would be like also Stardew Valley is not open world. Nintendo doesn't use Unity. You make a fair point there, Ronnie. Who else uses Unity? Square Enix uses Unity sometimes. Square Enix uses Unity sometimes. Square Enix. Let's think. Open world fantasy game. It could be Dragon. It's not Dragon's Dogma. Is it Dragon's Dogma? Is it Dragon's Dogma? No. Okay, that was 12. That makes more sense. Final Fantasy 15? I guess Final Fantasy 15 is... They might... I wonder if they switch from whatever the Crystal Works engine they had to Unity. That would make sense. I'm sending it to Final Fantasy 15. It was tyranny! Oh. I see what you did there, Mr. Game Doll. Mr. Game Doll? I see what you did there. Also, by the way, it's the game that Siska loved to open with that game. One day it is going to be tyranny. The one time it actually was tyranny.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I see what you did there, Mr. Game Doll. Well played, sir. Well played. Well played. Can I get from Gangs of New York to the Killer's game? Why is Dave Bautista's neck so thick? Okay. There's so many people in this movie. I can probably do this in 2 seconds. Leonardo DiCaprio, Cameron Diaz, John C. Reilly. John C. Reilly opens the gates. Is that Ada Wong? Excuse me, that's a fictional character, Ronnie. Dave Bautista, Terry Crews, Shayna West. I'm looking for... I mean, like... Dave Bautista opens Marble. Love you, Kitty. Have a lovely rest of your day. John C. Reilly opens basically... Wait, hold up. The Expendables. The Expendables is Terry Crews. He's in The Expendables. Is there anybody else in here who's in The Expendables? I have a faint feeling that is not the case. But, then again... I need an action star. I just need an action movie star. Not all these British fucks. Cameron Diaz was in Shrek. That is a fair point. Can Cameron Diaz get... What has Cameron Diaz done recently anyway? She hasn't. Hold up. Terry Crews... Okay. Leonardo has not been in, Terry Crews, have you been in SNL? You have not? Okay. He was in Click? Hold up. I don't know how we would go from there. Okay. I have a minute to solve this. Don't worry, I got this. Did Cameron Diaz and Adam Sandler ever do a movie together? Wait, Kevin James? One of you must have been in a movie with that lady whose name is blanking on because I'm juggling way too many balls in my mind right now. Weird Al Yankovic. Oh, we have to go through Weird Al Yankovic. I'm sorry, but that's required. I'm sorry. We have to go through him, even if it's incredibly... Bill and Ted Face the Music? Wait, hold up. Everyone was in Click, Maxi. Everyone was in Click. David Hasselhoff? Sean Austin? Jonah Hill? Okay, let's think. Leonardo DiCaprio. Cameron Diaz. Cameron Diaz was also in The Mask back in the day with Jim Carrey. She wasn't the Green Hornet. Wasn't Seth? Yeah, Seth Rogen wasn't the Green Hornet. And Christoph Waltz. And that guy from Stranger Things. Seth Rogen. Can I trust you, Seth Rogen, to guide me to... Was Terry Crews in the Chip and Dale movie? No. But you know who was Andy Samberg? Who was, by the way, in Brooklyn Nine-Nine with Terry Crews, who was in The Killer's Game. There you go. There we go.
Bingo!
And with that, fellas, the fastest route, by the way, was DiCaprio to Shutter Island to Ben Kingsley. Okay, that's fair. Honestly, that makes sense. Alright, fellas, my good friend Ronnie is literally live right now. Please go and watch their stream. They're gonna play Disco Elysium, which is it's a perfectly good day to play Disco Elysium. And with that, I want to thank you for watching. Have a lovely rest of your day. I will be back tomorrow with another design stream. We're gonna start working on combat and monsters and gear. Look forward to that. And the song's wrapped up, and it's time for me to go. Have a lovely, lovely rest of your day. Take care, and bye-bye. Beep boop. Don't mind me taking off the Halloween decorations, by the way. Also, by the way, yes. Yes, by the way, yes. Welcome to the hidden ending. I hope you had a good time. To show that you made it all the way to the end, please leave a comment on this VOD that features whatever you want it to, but also an egg emoji or some sort of bird. And that's it. I'm out of here. See you later.
Bird up.